All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the country because the fun ain't here and the basement ain't here. So we're just going to start and we'll wait till Glenn gets in here and say hello. Hey, everybody in the chat. I'm not going to run down through the list because it's way too long. And how are y'all today? Hope everything's okay. I'm trying to get this Mark 2.5 back up. That's what I'm going to work on today. Glenn's having camera issues. So yay. Yay, it's me. That's right. All right. So the tweet went out. Everybody retweet if you like. Everything should be okay. Everything should be good. I'm hoping. I actually asked a couple people to come in today. I don't know if either one of them will. Glenn is trying to get his stuff straight, but I went ahead and started before he got here, before he got set anyway. How about that? Yeah, I don't understand the issue. He's rebooted his machine. Everything works fine until he starts Google Hangouts. His cameras work fine. Everything works until he starts Google Hangouts, and then it just freezes. His camera freezes. His audio's fine. Camera not so much. All right. Self-test error. Please check in stops wiring errors. Okay. Let's try this again. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Works great and then it doesn't. Let's try it again. Calibration. Wizard. Yes, I want you to go through the process. Self-test start. Come on. Fan's running. Print fan. It's running. Yes, they're both on. All right. What's up, TBK Cyborg? Hadn't seen you in here before. Welcome to the Kuntry Klub. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Yeah, no, I'm here on my own today. So until Glenn gets his stuff straight and or one of my guests joins me, which doesn't seem likely, but it could be, I mean, one of them I emailed and one of them I Twitter messaged. Both of them had things to do today. So, not sure, but this thing is still giving me issues and I don't understand why. It doesn't make any sense why it's giving me issues. Everything passes until it tries to find the calibration points, and then the next time it'll find the calibration points. All right, so now it's testing the bed heat up, so we're good. What's up, Hawk? Way to come in here, buddy. But yeah, I don't know. Glenn's trying to get his stuff straight. So how is everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? This is I'm trying to clear all these out of the way. Oh yeah, it's that printer again. It's what it is, buddy. I don't understand. I don't understand. If I can't get it going on the Mark 2.5 firmware, I may actually get it set up on the what am I doing here? I may get it set up on the Marlin 1.19 or whatever they're on right now. Hawk, I'm waiting, buddy. US Grand Prix, huh? Yeah, I don't watch racing at all. I'm gonna go check my microphone again because it looks like it's awful low. Levels, yeah. See, I don't know what's changing it. It doesn't make any sense what's changing it. It should be better now, but something changed my volume level, and I don't know what it is. What's up, Chris Lane? How are you, buddy? You're watching NASCAR. Goody. Okay, let's run XYZ calibration. It's going to auto home. It does that. So now it's going to ask me to go all the way to the top again. Okay, glad it sounds okay there. Cool. Well, and I actually didn't know if I was actually going to be on in time or not. I had the phone company come out because my internet's been jacking up for the last 3 weeks. So they gave me a new modem, and it took them over an hour and a half to tell me how to set it into pass-through mode because I didn't know what settings to put the line mode and all this other stuff on. So, yeah. Oh, I hear Glenn. Oh, I see him now. Are you setting up a different camera?
I'm on my phone right now. I'm going to keep monkeying with this, but I didn't want to delay any longer.
Oh, I got you. Well, I went ahead and
So
started.
hi, everybody.
I started without you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect any less. And just so that everybody in the chat knows, I can't see the chat right now. So guys, just bear with me. I don't know what it is that it just suddenly hates Google Hangouts, but the cameras work fine. I can see it all in OBS. I fire up the OBS virtual cam plugin, and everything's still okay. And as soon as I launch the Google Hangouts, it freezes my camera.
All right. Well, I'm running calibration again, and it's all over the 4th point. But the nozzle is digging into my bed, so I may be a little low on the. Yeah, I think I'm a little low on the nozzle. That's the problem.
If the nozzle's digging into the bed, you're definitely too low.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that might be the case. No, I don't want you to do that yet. I want to set my my nozzle up here. Let me turn this off so I can move it.
Yeah, I've even unplugged it all. I'm down to one camera being plugged in, and it won't see it.
Wow.
This makes me rage, and I just want to. It's like I feel like I need to upgrade to a big boy camera. I don't know.
I'm doing good, Paul Cumber. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I really don't understand why this is not seeing the thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I have the. Let me see here. See, that's way too low. Oh, come on. Trying to move this Pinder probe up.
Well, this sucks. Can you read the chat to me, Walter?
Yeah, hold on just a second. I'll catch you up.
I'm just kidding. I'll get there.
Well, you could use your camera cam or your phone cam and then go ahead and open the chat up on another window.
Yeah, but then my audio is only halfway, and I want to know why this is doing this. This is 2 weeks in a row now that I've had issues.
Well, it's longer than that, Glenn, but we weren't going to say anything.
I mean, camera issues.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Is that part of that throwing people under the bus we were talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that was making me crack up so much last night.
All right, let's see if this will work. I reset the Pinder probe height to a respectable width. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Now what happened to my damn paper? I swear I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. I might lose it if it was attached. So what are you trying on your cameras now? Are you just trying to reboot and trying to get something different or what?
Okay, so Google Hangouts cannot handle having two of the same cameras on a PC. If you fire it up and you have two of the same cameras, it freaks out. Right. So that's where the whole the OBS virtual camera comes into play. Right. And it was working pretty good, but so what I just tried to do is I tried to unplug my secondary camera, the one that I can move around, what I refer to as the detail camera, and just use the main camera. But then Google Hangouts doesn't know it's there at all. Like as soon as I select the 920, it tells me that I have camera problems.
Oh, so you can't even do it direct without using OBS?
Right. Well, that's what I was trying. And as soon as Google Hangouts fires up, it freezes.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's not good. And it really doesn't make any sense.
Nope. I use these cameras all week long to film stuff with no problem.
Right. And did you try it with Internet Explorer too, right?
Yeah. It what was the issue it gave me there? Oh, it just wouldn't even let me select the camera. So right now I'm going to try unplugging my main camera and use just my detail camera.
Okay.
Let's see if that works. Now, in fairness, even with one camera plugged in and the other one not, my device manager is still showing me two cameras, so I might have to blow them out software-wise too. This was not my plan for today. My plan for today was to install these new parts on the FK1, which, as you notice, there's some pulleys on there. I've made an equalizer system using cables and pulleys to stop the front and back from going out of whack, because the X motor sitting in the corner of the carriage is drawing it down by 3 millimeters.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm trying not to put a second set of lead screws on here.
Right. Hey, Noah and Joshua, how are y'all?
Hey, NJ Brenton, haven't seen you around in a while.
Yeah, me either. Well, you know, school goes on now this time of year, so.
Stupid school. Making us all smart and stuff. All right, now it's showing just one camera, which would be this one that's going to be like kind of this same angle. It's going to be up my nose. But at this point, if it works, I don't care. No, it will not. It will not let me choose the camera. It tells me that I have camera problem. Hangouts can't use the selected camera without a working camera. The other participant won't be able to see you.
Okay. Well, that's another issue I've got. Ain't that fun?
Let's try Google searching that.
Let's try this again, shall we? Fire up. Glenn Llama said fire up the Logitech software and reset everything.
I don't even think I have Logitech software installed on this machine.
Well, there's your problem right there, man.
No, you install that and with two 920s installed, it goes anywhere.
Well, mine won't run two 920s as it is. Period.
No, it's tricky. I'm using a third-party software to be able to control like the focus and crap. No, I have no Logitech software installed on this machine. I'm gonna blow the drivers out. In fact, I'm gonna unplug both cameras and completely remove.
Noah and Joshua, you may not have seen this printer, but everybody else has. This is my Haribo, and I upgraded it to 2.5, the Mark 2.5 software, and I can't get it to calibrate since I did the upgrade. All right, let's see how it's okay. So it's finding the circle, so we're good there. All right, let's try this again.
Plug the main one back in.
The horrible. Yeah.
I panicked for a second. I came around the corner. I looked at the monitor and Hangouts was gone. And I'm like, what? I forgot it's down. It's down here. Too many screens.
All right. So you're going to try to join twice?
Well, eventually, but right now I'm just trying to get it to see the camera.
Hey, Tom finally showed back up. He's been working his butt off, I guess, over there. Filament Frenzy, he hadn't been on streams lately.
Oh, he's been busy trying to appease everybody who immediately wants a profile for every printer and every filament ever made. People are
Jimmy, they are getting better. Zimmy, they are getting better. They're not back to normal by no means. FEMA actually put on my application that they had came out and did the initial inspection. I've been here 24/7 since Monday, and they said they came Tuesday and nobody's been here. So I don't know how they did their initial inspection.
They flew over.
So I'm gonna call them tomorrow and find out.
Yeah, I've been eyeballing an HDMI 4K camera, a Sony, and a capture card for a while, and that might be the way I need to go. Of course, how angry will I be if I spend? It's like $1,000 for everything. I spend the $1,000 and it's still the same problem.
So, when is your bed supposed to come in for the FK1?
Oh, I don't know. The order hasn't even processed yet. It still says, when you look at the status, it says processing, paid in full. And I emailed them on Friday, but I haven't heard anything. So,
well, I came the other day and I did get a package in. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I got some decent Prusament in.
That does look like a decent amount.
Well, I got 4 boxes of Prusament and 1 box of Filamentum Rapunzel Silver, which I had never had before.
Nice.
Getting notifications from Knack 3D Designs. That's some guy on YouTube. Forgot who that was.
Naked Designs?
Naked Designs, yeah. That's it. Naked Designs, yes. Getting a notification that he put up some type of video or something. I didn't even know he did that. He just played with his. Go ahead.
He put out a video during a Fun in the Kuntry Basement?
Yeah, it posted like, it looks like about 10 minutes ago.
That's crazy. Who would do that?
I don't know. He needs to stay in his basement and play with his polyalchemy.
I wish I had a basement.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I did actually move my MMU2 and everything off my table. The Prusa is right behind it, but I made some other changes to my MMU2. So hopefully it'll work again whenever I hook it all back up.
Yeah, that seems to be like the only real negative to that thing is that it takes up so much space.
Well, and I will tell you that in the configuration that it is, okay, it doesn't matter if it's configured completely perfectly. There's no way you could use the full volume of the Mark III to print with, because as the bed moved back and forth, it would hit the tubes on the back of the printer. And I don't know if it would affect it or not, but you know what I mean? You would have that.
Yeah, because they're coming off of the frame.
Correct. All right, now. All right, so I think it calibrated fine this time. It's going way, way up this time, though. Okay. Please place the steel sheet on the heat bed. Okay. So let's put the steel sheet on the heat bed. It's on there. I don't have my IPA in here. It's in the other room. So Glenn, keep them entertained until no Sonic. You can see Glenn. He's there. Glenn speaks so Sonic can see you.
I'm here. I just hope my phone doesn't crash in the meantime. You guys, I can't see the chat, so you'll have to bear with me for a few minutes, and hopefully you guys can see me, and that you can hear me. Otherwise, Walter just seems like a crazy guy talking to himself.
Right. Well, James, I did get a message from you on Twitter, and I responded, and then you sent me that link, and all that link does is take me to my videos. So I think it's a link to your videos instead of directly to a straight to a video. All right, so we're fixing to do the, I guess the Z height calibration, I take it. It's going to measure the reference heights. And for anybody wondering, I'm working on the Mark 2.5 upgrade on the Haribo, which has given me nothing but headaches. So now we're going to see. I just wiped it with alcohol like you're supposed to do on PEI to clean your bed.
Hey, can you two knock it off over there? I don't understand. I do not understand what is going on. Google Hangouts will not use the camera.
Well, see, and on this, I'm having an issue just like I had before. After the calibration, the Z doesn't say 0. It's just a question mark. So I don't think this is going to work again. I don't understand this. It makes no sense to me. And it's really, really aggravating. I did all the calibrations and everything worked out just fine. You know, X and Y are slightly skewed, but everything. Yes, NJ Printing, alcohol does clean the bed if you have PEI as your surface. Don't pour alcohol on your blue tape. You know,
I've cleaned my blue tape with alcohol.
Have you?
Yeah, I've wiped the top surface of it. I don't pour it on there, but I've wiped the top surface of it if it's been like if I'm lucky enough to actually get a couple prints off of it without just ripping it to shreds.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. This I don't believe this calibration is going to work again because the Z height will never work. It doesn't even know that it's at 0. So I don't know how this is going to work. So you have like a build tack sheet on top. Yeah, you can clean that with alcohol. Just dab some on your paper towel and then wipe your bed. That'll work. All right, we should be hot. Come on, let's do this. Now, if it does anything like before, it'll do the reference again, and then it'll come to the home position, and it won't print anything. Yeah, don't use acetone. Just use alcohol on the build tack. No, you don't have to take the pad off to do that. Hey, it's actually working. But my Z is showing a question mark and not showing me anything on the settings. Sorry guys, I gotta watch this while I do it, but I don't think this is gonna work. Ooh. I just really don't.
Can you do me a favor and not stop moving? Because every time I look down and you're not moving, like if you're just sitting in one position, I think it locked up and then I lost connection again.
I got you. Now this you know, I invited Shane to this stream. But like I think him and his girlfriend, fiance, whatever she is, they have their anniversary or something today. So
well, I know it was his birthday yesterday, and then her birthday, I think, is Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday or something. That's right. So they were going to do a dinner together or something.
So plus he's trying not to like he doesn't want to give away anything that he might need to tell during your interview. Like he's afraid to
Oh no,
to
I get
tell
that.
stories. So I think he's trying to avoid the internet.
Yeah, see this is perfect. I mean the it's printing perfectly. Hold on. What does that say? Do you want to repeat the last step? No, I do not. Okay, but see the problem is it just went through the calibration. Everything did exactly like it was supposed to. I couldn't move it up or down, but it now shows, you know, the temperature and Z is question mark again. Let me see here. Okay. 2.5 is showing mark on Z height. Let's see if that's a known thing or something.
Well, now this is interesting. The camera software is telling me that it has detected that my system is below the minimum requirements of 256 megabytes of RAM.
Oh, what?
I have 32 gigabytes in this machine.
Yeah, I don't know. Sonic, this is one that I had built. It was a Mark II, and I put the 2.5 upgrade on it. So, yeah, that didn't work for me, I don't guess.
So is that the new bed and the new pin to probe?
Yeah, it's the new bed, the new pin to probe, all the new hardware, the filament sensor, everything is all the new stuff. But, and like I said, it goes through the calibration just fine. But when I set the Z height, it does nothing. And if I try to just download the straight firmware and upgrade just the bin file, that doesn't work. But I'm going to try it again anyway. So I'm going to go to Prusa firmware and try that instead of getting Prusa firmware. Instead of getting the firmware and compiling it, somebody said I could compile it to a hex and then use that hex to upload, and it may be different. I can try it. Let's see. Let's see. I had it open in Arduino. Now, how do I save that as a hex? I know I can compile it. Sketch, export compiled binary. There we go. Then where the heck does it put it? That's the question. In the same folder, maybe? 3D printing for life 3.06. I thought this was 3.41 or something like that. Yeah, it's an aluminum frame. It was working great as a Mark II. Just since I did it as the 2.5, it's not working. All right, so now let's go to that folder and see if it gave me a hex file. Yep, it did, and it was made today at 4:39 p.m. So yes, that's the one. So now let's plug this back up. See if that makes a difference. And I can get something other than a question mark for my Z height. Because if so, everything else is fine. Yes, I changed my Z height to the height that my printer is because it's 435 millimeters instead of 210.
So what
So
if you
yes, I
tried?
did.
What if you tried not modifying it just to see if it works?
Well, the problem is if I do that, okay, I don't have a problem doing that. If I do that, then it's basically the same as the compiled hex that you can download, and it absolutely fails because it can't find the positions because they're off too. Now, remember, this is not the same size. The frame is not the same size, so the negative X and the negative Y is different.
Oh,
Of course, I'm blurred. My internet is shot out. I got a new modem today. Is anybody else having video issues with me? Because it looks like it's going out just fine. Everything is green on Google Hangouts, I believe. Let me check it again. Yeah,
I mean,
everything
I'm
is
looking at you on like a 7-inch screen or whatever, so 5-inch screen. So.
Yeah. I mean, I can reduce mine a little bit, like down to here or something, and maybe it'll be a little better. Not sure. All right. So, well, Ben, thank you, man. Thank you, Hulk. I do appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. $5 donation.
Nice.
I look more pixelated than usual. Yeah, they brought me a new modem today, and it really isn't any better. It's the upgraded version of the one I had. So I really don't know. It looks like I'm not putting out a lot of bit rate here, 843 kilobits per second. So yeah, you might want to drop it down or not. Yeah, I don't have a really pretty face anyway, so we'll be right. All right, configuration. Let's flash printer firmware. Let's browse this. Let's go get this output. Everything is ready, so let's flash it with that and see what we get. Maybe. Okay, I got a command failed, but then it's writing, so I don't know. What the heck, man? Okay, that should be right. So you changed the print size in Arduino Sketch. Yes, I did. Absolutely. That really, you have to do that or it won't ever find your calibration points. But now that I have it calibrated, calibration point wise, maybe I can upgrade it to the regular firmware and it will find and then I can set the Z height. Because if I can set the Z height, everything else is fine. So that's what I may do. I may go download the stock Prusa firmware, but then that resets my Z height. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to show you anything. That's fine. All right, so that's fine. Everything should be ready. Yeah, and I still get the same thing. So let me try the stock firmware and see. Tristan, I'm working on the Mark 2.5. And as long as it doesn't change my settings, I should be okay. So let's go here. Mark 2.5, download the firmware. All right, so I'm downloading that. This is 341. I've already got this like 4 times, but I'm going to do the latest. All right. Yeah, right. I can change that in the G code. You're right. I can set the bed size and all that to the thing. So let me upload this and see if I can get the Z height set right. Okay, 341 MK 2.5. Now we're going to browse to the downloads. Okay. Now which one do I have here? The EN. Oh, it's English and Italian. It doesn't matter. It's EN or something, right? Let's use the EN dot underscore CZ. And I hit OK.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I used. the ENCZ.
Yeah, but see, I'm getting a command failed on the STK00V2 underscore command, and then it writes it correctly, but I'm getting a failure on the command first. But it is writing the firmware. So we shall see what we'll see, won't we? I will tell y'all. I told Glenn before, I got really upset, and I don't know if y'all can see this really good or not, but this Darth Vader was printed in the dark crystal edge filament that I had, that I showed off on the vase I had, and it turned out fantastically. So I had a roll of black that I used to print this, and it was printing fantastically as well. But 18 hours into this, it decided that the power decided it wanted to go off. So now I have this, cut off up here, and I don't have enough of this filament to start another one. So I'm printing a smaller one, and my wife said she can set a candle on this one and everything will be hunky dory. But I was quite upset. All right, so now I'm set. So now let's go in here and see if we can calibrate the Z height, because I am showing a Z height of 0 now. All right, let me get back over here so I can see what I'm doing. All right, close up some of these windows here. Maybe that'll help free up some of my internet. I do have everybody off of it, so hopefully everything will be just fine. I don't know. Hollow out and make a cookie jar? Yeah, that would work. All right, so let's go set the calibrate the first layer on this. Calibration. First layer calibration. Yes, it is. All right, it's heating up now. So let's try this and see if we can get her done. Any luck with the cameras, Glenn?
No. I went into safe mode, completely blew it out. I went to install the Logitech software, and even the Logitech software doesn't see it.
Right. Well, hopefully you can get it fixed. Now, you did a live stream. Was it last night or night before?
No, I haven't streamed in a while.
Well, you did. What was it? I just got a notification. It was first stream on the AM8 or something.
No, welcome to YouTube being retarded.
Okay, because that just showed up. It's like 5th in my list of recently uploaded videos.
Yeah, look at the date on that video. It's like super old, but for whatever reason, YouTube had it listed, or had it labeled as unlisted. And right. I was going through, because YouTube did that crap now where you can have non-skippable ads. You're allowed to have non-skippable ads. Oh, and being that you're allowed to have them, we're going to put them on every one of your videos that you already have out there. I don't want unskippable ads. I want the people to have the choice of skipping. So I had to go through and update all my ads, or all my videos, and in the process, I realized that I had a few videos that were unlisted. So I listed them, and so YouTube then sends out notification to everybody telling them that I just released a video.
I got you.
Which is ridiculous.
Well, hopefully this thing will start here in just a second, and I'll be able to do my first layer calibration again. Oh, wow. It didn't home first. Where it tried that. So I got to restart this. Settings.
The computer knows when I plug the camera in, because I get the doo-doo-doot.
Right. Oh, you know what? I can't use the stock firmware. That's right. Because my motors are backwards, and so is one of my end stops. So what I had to do was, and I forgot what it was that I had to do. I had to go back to an older firmware. So now I got to go find that older firmware that actually worked. Oh, isn't that fun?
That's what you get when you go outside the box.
Yeah. But the problem is I forget which one it was. Let me go down here and see. Wow, Tristan. Cool, man. Glad you did. Hey, and that's a good opportunity. If you're not subscribed to Glenn or myself, go click that subscribe button and click that bell so that you do get notifications. Well, when YouTube decides to give them that we are streaming or we're live or we upload a new video.
Yeah, I've been.
And if you like to
subscribe.
Yeah. And if you like the streams, then, you know, give us a thumbs up. That's really nice. All right. That's the MMU. There's the one. Nope, that's the wrong one. I need to go get that. Where did I get it from? There it is, right there, I bet. I bet this is the one I need right here.
This is not how I plan to spend my stream time.
Right, I hear you. Okay. So let's go to configuration, prusa.h, and let's see what we got. This one's all set up. And that needs to be negative 17. 17. This needs to be negative 7. And then everything else is the same. Hit Control S and turn the printer on. And go.
All right, so the Logitech software sees the camera, but Google Hangouts still doesn't.
All right.
Why?
Are you in Chrome?
Yeah. But now the Logitech software doesn't see it anymore either.
Oh, wow.
It's like it's working for just a few seconds and then something's killing it. Which would probably
Matt, I am using just straight up Google Chrome. But the problem is that I got a new modem today that was supposed to fix my problem. But yeah, it really didn't. 192. Let me go check my bandwidth here and see what I'm actually pushing out at, because Google seems to think I'm only doing 943 kilobits out. But if somebody else is using my out in the other room, then I may have to go and tell them to get off. Yeah, see, something else is eating up my out, because I'm showing I'm giving out 2.24, and there's really nothing on here except for me. So let me go check real quick, and I'll go see what I can do about that, because it should be going out faster.
I guess I'll sit here and sing a song.
You're going to sing a song? All right, hold on one second.
I'll sing a song and do a funny little dance.
Wait a minute. Tools. Com6 Rambo. That's the only one I've got. The board is a Rambo. I'll tell you what. Sketch. Let's export compiled binary. And then I will go and do it in Slick 3R again. Why it's telling me that it can't find the printer, I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna try Explorer again.
All right.
Except for it didn't save my link. Stupid Explorer.
All right, so there it is. Go to configuration, flash the printer, browse. I'll try this one, because I think it was 331 that actually worked.
Uncle Ron just sent me an email and asked me if I dumped the recent Microsoft updates, because it screws up everything.
Walter's printer ran off with Glenn's camera. Well,
That's
Chris
just
has been busy and hasn't been able to devote the time to the basement that he wishes he could. So Glenn and I are trying to handle it on our own, and we're not doing too bad, except for Glenn's camera not wanting to help out any at all. But I do need to walk in there and see if I can. Go ahead.
Chris Riley said something that he may be here on the 28th, but the catch to that is I may not be here on the 28th.
Okay, because really and truthfully, this week was supposed to be his stream, I believe.
Yes.
So if he's going to be here on the 28th, then we'll let him host, and we'll go that. Oh, I see Glenn. Oh dear Lord have mercy! What are you doing? Oh, what an echo!
Oh.
What an echo.
Sorry, that probably just killed everybody's ears.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, actually. Yeah.
All right, so I think maybe my main camera is dying, or the USB card that it runs through is dying, one or the other.
Yeah.
Because I'm now on what I refer to as my detail camera, which is why it's kind of up my nose.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I get the same thing on 3.3 or 3.4.0 as I did on the other one. So I'm going to go to the 3.3.1, I think it is. Yeah, and I have a firmware on here, but I want to recompile this. Oh, let's see what Tristan says. Is it possible to split the screen and watch you? Well, it is possible. The problem is with my internet, it means I have to pull Glenn in and then share my screen and push everything back out. And with my internet speed, that really sucks when we do that. Okay. Configuration, proofs H. All right, everything is there. 1.7.
Oh, I can finally see chat, guys. I can see chat. Will it run? No, my cameras are not hooked up through a USB hub. One of them runs on a dedicated USB 3 card that was highly recommended to me for this purpose. And the other one just runs through the regular USB bus, but they're on separate PCI buses. Well, we are all awake now. That was the plan. That's tired of you guys sleeping through our streams.
Right? Not paying attention. What's up, Lightspeed? You need a third log on so we get the little mini windows. I got you. Well, Glenn, you ain't froze right now.
No, it seems to be. I'll say okay because it's not okay. It's still got problems, but
I got you.
Hopefully I can get it all worked out for doing regular filming.
Right. All right. So I have to
filming to do until next Saturday. Mailbag Monday comes out tomorrow, and somebody sent me a package, and I think I know who it is, but there was no note or name on it, and it was awesome. I mean, tune in to find out if it was awesome.
Right. All right. So let's try another one. Let's flash this one. I look pixelated. No joke. And the thing is, I don't even know how
a little pixelated too. You should get that checked out.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. See, it's pushing out at one point. Well, now it's just ridiculous. The bandwidth is all over the place, but it's pretty much maxed out on my bandwidth
too. The way it is, like it's not like typical. It's not like a typical individual stream.
Right. Yeah. See, it says I'm putting out at 967 kilobits per second. So I really need to go see if there's something else on the network pushing out, but I don't think so. Let me try this. I'll be right back. Let me get the camera and close the camera down. And let's try something different.
Yeah, now it's like kind of like watching me.
Yeah. So let's try this right here and hit save and see if that's any better. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty pixely.
Is it still pixelated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. So now it says, well done. Everything is ready. Got a Z height. So let's see if we can get it to print the first layer height calibration and see if that works. All right, so I've got it heating back up again. I think I tried this before and it didn't work. I believe I tried it before and it did not work. I wish I could combine them all because I don't know what changed between 330 or 331 and 340 that does that. I'm trying to get the firmware working on my MK 2.5 light speed.
Oh.
Yeah, let me step in here and see while this is heating up. I'll be right back.
Walter is straight out of an old 8-bit arcade game. Oh, Tristan, that's so nice of you. Yeah, gigabit internet is what I'm on. It's gigabit down, and which is ridiculous. Gigabit down and like 30 megabit up. It's ridiculous, but it was much better than my 10 up before. So I don't have fiber here yet. The connection that I have is the fastest one I can get. I am going to go to a 4K camera, but I'm not gonna stream at 4K. Not yet, anyway. Not until they fix it on this end. The FK one's doing good. It's right here. That's actually what I'm working on right now. Looks like you cleared out some of the corner behind you. No, it's just movie magic. There's all the crap is only 2 feet off the floor, so you still can't see it. It's all still down there. What'd you find, Walter?
Well, no, I went and turned everything off. It's still doing the same. Well, now I'm back up to good, so maybe it's better now. I took everything off the network. Everything except for this computer is not on the net. Well, my 2 Fire Sticks are, but they're not being used at the moment. And my health is back up to good, so maybe
the image is clearer too.
Oh, cool. I'm going to try a print because it wouldn't let me do the first layer calibration. So I want to see if it'll actually do a print from SD, and then I can calibrate the Z height on the print itself.
So Carl Brown, what I'm working on right now is what I told you about in Twitter DMs the other day with the whole equalization. So hopefully this works. Otherwise, I have the company that I bought the ball screws on standby. They've got 2 ready to ship overnight if I need them. Just don't want to have to add. I don't want to have multiple ball screws, but
nope. This is just going through saying it's printing and it's doing nothing. It's actually the percent is moving up and up and up on the SD print, but it's not doing a thing.
How fast is it moving? You know, maybe that's a good thing.
No, it's like at 5%, and I just hit the print. So 6%, and it's still hot. I mean, the hot end's hot, the bed's hot. Nothing. I'm getting absolutely nothing. So let's try this again. I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. Well, I invited a couple people, Robbie Mac, but nobody showed up yet. So if they don't show up, there's nothing I can do about it.
No, and I mean, we can't guarantee it'll happen, but if there's anybody out there that wants to guest on a Sunday, just hit one of us up. We'll put you in the list of folk. We'll try to get you in there.
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna swap back to my other camera, so give me just a second.
Oh yeah, rub it in that you got more than one camera.
No, I'm gonna swap back to OBS. I had cut it off OBS and was just using the main camera by itself.
See, I can't do that either. I can't if I try to switch in between.
Yeah.
Well, because again, I can't have the 2 920s plugged in at the same time.
Right, I got you.
With Hangouts. It pains me to swap parts on this thing, parts that were perfectly good up until I made configuration changes.
But yeah, anything after this shows a question mark on my Z height, so I really, really, really don't know. All right, so there we go.
That's probably why Shane from Printer didn't come in today. He didn't want to help you. You know, I feel bad for him. I mean, he's doing a personal stream and people are trying to get tech support. And it's like, you know, like, we don't work 24 hours a day. Sorry, I have my back to the chat, which isn't very nice of me. It's easier to level a tripod than a table. Yeah, well, I thought about that. As far as, you know, you said do 3 and not 4, but my intentions, if I go that route and I have to do it, I'm going to still run it only off of 2 motors. So I'll only have to level them to each other, and then they'll be locked to the belt. So, but hopefully this works. There's no reason it shouldn't work. Seems to work for elevators. Nobody ever dies in an elevator, right?
Yeah, somebody died here not too long ago. No, really, no joke. Was at the hospital here. Somebody was working on the elevator and got trapped between the elevator and the wall, and the elevator moved.
Oof.
Yeah, it was not good. And the thing is, the ladies whose husband it was actually worked in the building of my wife.
Wow.
And we heard about it, and then all of a sudden, you know, she had to go because, yeah, it was her husband, and he did not make it. It was just sad all the way around.
Yeah, somebody should have had that elevator locked out.
Well, that was my first thought too. So I don't know if he did or not. And somebody took his lock off for some reason. Well, yeah, Tristan, why not? When he's not working, you know.
What's that?
He asked me, was I trying to ask Shane for tech support for a Prusa clone? I'm like, sure. When he's not on Prusa time.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and hit him up in the Prusa.
No.
There's a chat off the website. It'll be fine.
Glenn's chairs are all hands up, don't sit.
What's that?
Nothing. Robbie Mack said Glenn's chairs are all hands up, don't sit.
Yeah, it's because the arms hit the table. So
yeah,
they're needed sometimes, other times not. I've been going to physical therapy for my shoulders, and the therapist yells at me. She keeps telling me, shoulders back, quit slouching.
All right, I'm starting a print, and it actually started. We're going to see how it looks, and if I have to do the baby stepping down a little bit, I will.
What did you do different?
What I did was I loaded the 330 firmware. So this is not the latest firmware.
Okay.
And I have everything calibrated now, the Z layer height and all that stuff. So it should, if everything works correctly, print fine. It'll never finish this frog because I only got like maybe 20, no, it's like 10 grams of filament loaded. So,
you know, I'm really disappointed in everybody today that nobody noticed my haircut.
You did get a haircut?
All of them.
I noticed that you're missing the couple of sprigs you normally have in the front.
I got them all cut.
I know you didn't cut Xander's hair, man.
No, I mean, I got all mine cut.
Oh, I got you. We don't really need to know that. That's
no, TMI. You said, did I get a haircut?
Oh, a haircut.
I got all of them cut.
Oh, all 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I asked Xander yesterday. We were eating at Arby's, and the haircutting place is right in the same plaza. And I'm like, hey, you want to go get a haircut? And he's like, no, we'll go tomorrow, which would be today. He didn't want one today either. Don't be telling my jokes over there. Who are you talking to?
Who's telling jokes?
Xander's telling my jokes to Bennett.
Oh, Lord.
Why are you in with Bennett? Why is Bennett not watching our stream?
Yeah, Bennett should be on our stream, not playing video games.
The world revolves around Walter and I.
Oh, my filament broke. Lovely. All right, give me a second. I got to unload and load filament because my filament decided it wanted to break.
Oh, my haircut was discussed during the camera issue test. Sure, I believe you. You should still be able to tag me. That's just at Fun King 3D, but I'll say something in there. But it was designed in Rhino 3D version 5, Rhinoceros. Hairline's making a beeline for my behind. Yeah, I'd like to just get rid of all of it, but my head radiates so much heat. I need that little bit of insulation. Oh, I didn't realize my print was done. I was so angry at my cameras.
All right, give me just a second. I've almost got this. I've got to reload filament, so.
So if there's anybody out there that's interested in building one of these, prepare to buy a crap ton of hardware.
If there's anybody out there interested in building one of those, just don't.
Hey.
Because it's going to be way more expensive than it's worth.
There's probably a lot of truth to that, but show me where else you're going to buy a 1200 millimeter printer and not spend $25,000 on it.
That's a good question, and one I'll answer as soon as I have it built and ready to go. You will give me a second. I got to go get some side cutters because for some reason I don't have any in here. Wait. Nope, that's not them. I don't have any cutters at all. I'll be dang.
Designing my latest printer in Microsoft 3D Builder. So everyone will be doubly impressed if it works. I don't know if I've ever even opened that software. I've been using Rhino for a long time. So I made a valid attempt to learn Fusion, couldn't get there, was going to use this project to learn it, and decided that was ridiculous. Scrapped it and went back to Rhino.
I'm waiting on the filament to load.
So I'm still trying to convince Gearbest to send me a replacement mainboard for that E12, and it's not going well. Apparently, they thought when I was asking for a replacement, they thought I was asking for a replacement for the whole printer.
For some reason, this is not pulling the filament, and it's a Bondtech extruder, so I don't understand that. Maybe I don't have it tight enough.
Hey, Sean.
Oh, I had my gears too tight. Wow. Okay. Now we're moving some filament.
All right, I won't tell him.
You won't tell them what?
Nothing?
What? Come on now. Hey. Yeah, I sent you a link, Shane. Why aren't you here?
Yeah, like in here, like hanging out with us.
Right. Yeah, we know all about the birthdays and stuff, but you're on the chat, so you can be on the video. All right, well, that's kind of ugly, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it does. Oh, Shane said give him 5 minutes.
That'd be good.
Cool, man. Come on. You know, it's really, really funny because really, Sean? Nice. Got a notification. Sean just started streaming. Y'all can go watch Sean sand and stuff for a little bit. Be all right. He needs some views.
Uncle Ron said, how am I dropping things on the desk? It should have to fall for 20 minutes. I should be able to catch it. I'll tell you what, the way the Z-axis goes up and down, it takes like 20 minutes.
Well, everything was going fine, and then the print come loose. So I need to adjust my Z height down a little bit more because it was a little high. So let's try it and see. Now, I will tell you, I won't be able to run long today because my wife is fixing a very, very nice supper, and it's going to be done around 6-ish.
Excellent. If I leave now, I might make it.
That's right. Well, dude, you got like a supersonic car.
I do have a supersonic car.
Sweet. Supersonic. Oh, now that song's going to be stuck in my head. That sucks.
Yeah, the car's not the problem. It's the cops between here and there that would cause all the problems.
Yeah, no, that does cause issues a lot of times. It really does. So we're going to start this again and try to do a layer calibration again. 2 minutes and he'll be ready. Make sure your clothes are on, Shane. That's all we ask. Just make sure you're clothed. No, not Greenwich Mean Time by any stretch.
Yeah, we went to Denny's today, and which I shouldn't have, because Grant had just been telling me that they went there yesterday and they waited 45 minutes to get their order taken. So I thought, well, you know, what's the chances of something like that happening 2 days in a row? So we went in and sat down, and I don't even know, like, we got our order taken right away, but it took over an hour for our food to come out. But they gave us a 20% discount.
Right?
Thinking they should have given us a 100% discount.
I hear you.
My supersonic car is a 92 Eagle Talon turbocharged all-wheel drive.
I don't even think that would make it here.
No, probably not now. It hasn't really run in a while. I mean, like, it hasn't been driven in a while, but when I parked it, it was a 12-second quarter-mile car.
I hear you. Now I wonder, and I hate to do it, I wonder if I can upgrade to the latest firmware now, since everything is set up and the Z height is known.
Well, that's actually, that wouldn't be a bad try, because if it doesn't work, it would be easy enough to go back. Now you know which firmware.
Right. Yeah. No, I've got the firmware set, and I've got my Z height offset and all that stuff, because this one actually turned out perfect. But first, I'm going to try to print from the SD, and let's see if we can print a Kuntry Frog, because that's the only thing I have on here. And really, what's up? Hey, there's a green helmet in our midst.
Boba Fett has joined us.
Yeah.
Can you guys see me and everything?
I can see your helmet. That's pretty much it.
Just see your avatar.
Hold on.
That's not a blue thing that, lives on another planet.
What the hell? Hold on.
It's Boba Fart. There you go.
Can you see me now?
Nope. Now it's black, like it was before.
Right.
Well, I'm not the only one.
There, I can see you now.
God help you.
There you are.
I know, right?
What is up, people?
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for the invite. I was recovering from last night, so I didn't get the message until late. I apologize.
That's all right.
We understand. We do.
Welcome to Fun in the Kuntry Basement.
Thank you. It's my first time being here. And thank you for you guys popping in last night.
We do not have a basement today, but
that's all right. He's here with us in spirit.
That's right.
He's making himself famous and making all the big bucks.
I hope so.
Well, Shane, now you get to go down through the chat list and tell everybody hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hello, Uncle Ron. Hello, Chris Lane. Hello, How I Do It. Hello, Robbie Mack. Hello, Sonic Alchemy. Hello, Kit. No, it's not Dark Helmet. Uncle Ron, I already got you. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Mr. Brian Vines. How the hell are you, sir? And hello, Tristan. Sorry, I don't have any projects set up to show you guys and everything else.
That's like the first rule of fun in the country basement is you have to have a project to work on.
Yeah, okay. My project is recovering from a hangover and getting on a live stream. That is my project.
Well, my project was working on the FK1, and then it became fixing my camera so I could be on the screen.
And I actually have the Haribo Mark 2.5 printing a country tree frog right now.
Nice.
I had to go back to the 331 or 330 firmware.
Really?
That's actually what Shane was waiting for. He's been just waiting for you to get that thing printing so he could come in and you and ask him questions.
Oh, yeah, of course. You know, something that, you know, we don't really, you know, create it or anything else. Sure. Because, you know, I never get people doing that, you know.
No, I'm sure.
No, never.
It's like they don't ask you company questions while you're on your own personal live stream.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I don't really mind that. But it's like if I don't have the answers for them, I'll try to get it for them. But it's more when they try to do the, you know, where's my order? I'm like, really? You want me to look up your order right now on live stream? Yeah, I can't really do that. So usually I just tell them to send me a message and then I'll find it for them. But I was on, I put it up on Facebook that I was going on vacation. If anyone need to reach me, just, you know, I'm off for 2 weeks. And then someone's like, well, hey, can you look up my order? I'm like, I'm not anywhere near work stuff. I can't do it right now. I'm like, I just put that up there. Hey, Walter, Techie Dad is asking, where do you have the links for the Haribo parts? Is it in old video?
Let me just say this. This is not a straight Haribo build. This was I had some aluminum extrusion. Let me cut it and see if I can make it print. So that's what this is. So basically, I took most of the parts from the AM8. I took the motor mounts from the MK3 and modified them so they would work. I took the carriages from the MK2 so they would work. And then the extruder now is the MK 2.5 extruder. So this is just kind of a hodgepodge of pieces and parts put together that actually prints really well.
Walter, where's your sense of the holidays? It's a Frankenstein printer.
Well, there you go. Franken printer.
There you go. But nearest, yeah, there's 4 cats around here. You guys should be thankful I didn't feed the chameleon yet, because you would have heard about 20 crickets going off right now.
So Shane, just one work-related question for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you guys get your spot at Orlando Maker Faire?
You know what, Glenn? I did try to follow up on that. They never contacted us. You know, the Orlando Maker Faire people never sent us an email saying, "Hey, do you want to reach
out to me? I have a contact over there."
Okay, well, have your contact.
It's not too late. You'd still be willing to come?
Yeah, I would.
I will reach out to them this afternoon then.
Oh yeah, God, that means that I can't come.
Why?
Well, for one, it's my grandson's birthday, so I probably can't come at all.
He can't because of the restraining order.
No.
We'll get one of those like 2-wheel robots. We'll stick an iPad on there with a camera, and then you can just
yeah. What do they call those?
Go around.
The present robots or something. The presence robots.
Yeah.
We'll put a country hat on it.
Or I could have a true avatar. That would be it. I could just have an avatar.
Yeah, no, if you guys, I was just kind of poking fun at you, but if it's not too late and you guys would be willing to come, it would be awesome to have that level of 3D presence there.
No, you're right, kid. It was called Frankenstein's monster, correct? It wasn't called Frankenstein itself.
Right. Frankenstein was the doctor.
Right. But I don't think the monster actually had a name. It was just Frankenstein's monster.
Tristan, hey, Shane, can you look up my order? I haven't made it yet, but I would like to know where it might be in the future. Are we on like a family-friendly stream right now? Or
well,
mostly family-friendly.
Okay.
Within reason.
I'll get right on that, Tristan.
we have kids that watch these streams, so.
Oh no, I know. I wouldn't curse purposely. I'm just being a wise guy.
Whatever.
Walter's wife has given me the finger on these streams, though.
What did you do?
Given the finger a few times on these streams.
It's because they were having burritos, and Walter goes, "Oh, hang on, I'm gonna go get a burrito," and I'm like, "My wife would have brought me the burrito," and she came in the room again.
Okay, that explains it. Because I'm like, his wife is so sweet and nice. What did you do to piss her off? Give her the finger. You know, it's like if Tom Hanks beat up a nun, you just instantly think, like, what did the nun do to Tom Hanks? He's such a lovable guy. All right. Knack 3D Designs just print a country head for the robot. We would need the whole shebang. We would need the head, the hat, the t-shirt, and then we would need a robotic arm so Walter could control it so he can still get his free swag.
It's got to have the Walter beard, though.
Oh, that's easy. We'll just get the one, you know, that Xander had.
That's right.
I am actually going to see if I can try to make it Friday night and do the hangout thing and then get up Saturday morning and come back home.
Now there's a mixer. There's a mixer being put on by Maker Faire. I wasn't planning on doing what's been now referred to as farts until Saturday night, but if you can come down on Friday night, I'll set it up for Friday night.
Well, no. I mean, that was the thing. I mean, I thought the thing was Friday night and then, you know, Saturday. But if that's it, then I may just wait for his birthday party to be over and then drive down there.
Come down on Saturday and hang out and stay Sunday. Right.
Walter's upset. He's thinking of all the free stuff he's going to miss out on.
What's up, Chris? How are you, buddy?
It's not, I don't know. It wasn't that way last year. Like, there was no 3D printing presence there at all last year, which is what started the whole thing of me getting called out and going to Gainesville. But
I know that Joseph wouldn't be able to attend. He's done so much traveling this year. He's kind of, you know, just exhausted from it and needs to chill. Joseph.
Joseph who?
Prusa.
Oh, I thought you were the face of Prusa.
I'm not the face of Prusa. I'm the low man on the totem pole that everyone yells at and calls names in front of my face.
Dude, it would be fine. It would be fine. Yes, I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that would love to have Joseph be there, but I'd be thrilled to have you there.
Aw, you say the nicest things. See, Walter, and he didn't ask for anything.
He doesn't mean them.
It's this camera. That one's not working, so you have to talk to this camera, and you have to stand by me because you're on a mic.
It's my favorite helper. What is up, Xander? Happy belated birthday to you, my friend.
You have to say same because his birthday was yesterday.
I'll say. I can't wait to talk to you at Orlando Maker Faire.
Yeah, I'll definitely. All right, when we find out what's going on, I'll definitely get a shirt for you that fits this time, and I'll kidnap it again so you can work at our booth.
Okay.
All right. Sound good?
You do it too.
That's not a problem. I'm lazy.
Now he's already talking about abandoning me so that he can run around and cosplay.
Have him cosplay as Walter.
Yeah, but nobody'd know who he is.
No. No, you didn't. Hold on, let me catch up with chat.
Yeah, because I'm absolutely not paying attention to any of y'all. I'm trying to get this Z height set correctly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should we give you some sympathy?
No, you can kiss my
family
friendly, so I can't say that. Toe. That's it. Toe.
Jake from State Farm. What's up, Shane? What's up, Jake?
Neary's is in the house too, y'all. Y'all say hi to Neary's, by the way.
Yes. He mentioned that, you know, you can hear the cats behind me. I can send you a few. I just can't let my wife know. Uncle Ron, a country gnome on a Segway. What was it? At New York Maker Faire, I've seen him 2 years in a row now. It's a robotic Kermit the Frog that's on a tricycle, and they just sit there and just have it roll all around the thing. We could do something similar for you, Walter.
Hold on, I'm still not paying attention.
What else is new? You're never paying attention anyways during your streams.
Hi, dude. Shut up.
Michael Castle, I'll have to have a hitch to pull around the little red wagon with a printer on it. Go for it. Chris Lane, I can imagine how exhausted Joseph is. He must have a lot of frequent flyer miles. Yeah, I know. And surprisingly, I've been adding them up. Not as much as him, but man, yeah, he has done a lot of traveling. And one thing you have to keep in mind is that, you know, the time difference can really screw up people. It messes me up all the time. Nearest ETA on Prusa Mint and Amazon US. I want some of that stuff so bad. All right, here's my answer. I don't know. All right, because in the Czech Republic, Prague has, Amazon has 2 fulfillment centers, right? They primarily serve Germany, which is very strange. But what they have to do is create enough stock on hand to, you know, send it to them. So unfortunately, production isn't open right now, so I have no idea. We have, like, for my department, our readings are on Wednesday, so that's going to probably be the soonest I would be able to get an update for it. Uncle Ron at Fun King, was that the Maker Faire New York shirt I sent down? If it is, dang, I almost needed to go bigger.
No, actually, that's his one from Orlando last year. He got to make that. He got to silk screen that himself last year at Orlando.
Nice. Jake from Safe. I just paid attention. No, Jake from State Farm. Nobody pays attention to me. I am paying attention.
No, you have to give Jake from State Farm a lot of attention. He's very needy.
Well, if he's from State Farm, I mean, shouldn't he be doing some insurance things right now instead of hanging out on a live stream?
Well, he's hideous. So
I'm surprised he isn't selling printer insurance. And if you start selling printer insurance, I want you know, a finder's fee. I'll just take 1%. Tristan at Walter, you wouldn't have to worry about Z height with a genuine Prusa.
No, you're right, but you do. Every time I change the on the genuine Prusa, I have to set the Z height again. So yes, you do, because I actually have one of those, Tristan, with the MMU2.
How's that MMU2 working?
I'll tell you, Shane. It's working fine, but I did cut off all of the PTFE tubes on the back.
Okay.
I cut them all off to about, you know, 3 inches below the MMU itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to use these little things that go on the front of the trays anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that was introducing a lot of friction that didn't need to be there.
Yep. I was talking to Chris Riley a little bit. He popped into work chat the other day on Friday when I was just slammed, and he was giving me a little bit of an update that he changed around the filament holders. He has it's like a freestanding one, so there's no friction, no anything on it. And then Tom Jackson, Filament Frenzy, developed hangers that go off a wall, so it's just free. It just hangs free off the spool holders, so again, less tension. I ordered myself a rep box because I had one. Well, actually, Pooch was cool enough. He made a custom one for Prusa, and it was down at New York City, and I was so impressed with it, I decided to buy one for myself.
And after I get over this hurricane stuff, I plan on it too. I had just contacted Pooch about a custom one right before the hurricane hit. And, you know, now we've got this trip. We're going to Phoenix. So that's all out of pocket. So right now I don't have the cash to buy a rep box.
And NAC 3D, haha. Shane from Prusa Research. Is that a scorpion crawling up your wall? Haha.
Still haven't found that thing, huh?
No. I even offered the kids $100 if they could find the damn thing. And I even actually went out and I bought.
I just burned the house down and moved.
Now,
yeah,
I have a question for you, Shane.
Okay, shoot.
Because it was an observation that I made. Even though I've cut my tubes off to 3-4 inches, whatever it is, below the MMU2, there's really no way that you can use the entire build volume of the Mark III with the MMU on here. Because even if you took those off completely, I mean, you're still going to have your filament hanging all in your print space, and there's a chance it gets caught and all that stuff. But with the tubes on it, the top of your print, once it got to height, would start hitting your tubes.
Okay.
it was just an observation.
Yeah, no. I know. I'm looking at I have my beta unit still here, and that's one of my projects is to upgrade that from beta to production, full line production model. So once I get that done, then I can start, doing some tutorial videos and stuff like that. But yeah. I mean, I could see that happening, but so
like I said, you'd have to use the entire build volume.
Yeah.
Like it would like almost have to be, well, not quite square, but almost, because I could see once it gets up to height.
Yep.
It's going to hit those tubes if you go back. So.
All right. Well, once I get mine going, I'll take a look at it and I'll bring it up with the developers. 3D printing kid. Hi all. Let's see. Chris Lane. Oh yeah, I fly to Asia once a year-ish from Florida, and the jet lag is crazy. It is, and that's one hell of a distance for a trip.
No, Tristan, I know. I got it, bud. I understand. Shane, are you behind on chat? God, you don't have anything to do but read chat, and you're behind? Really?
Well, I'm actually letting you speak, but the problem is you take forever to talk. You don't.
I know I do. Stop. That's my job.
Which is never mind. All right, so Jake from wait, hold on, let me back up because I don't want to skip anyone. Sonic Alchemy, a makerspace 9 hours screws me so much. I have no idea what you're talking about, but maybe one of the other guys do. Nira said, looking forward to it when it comes. Yes, so will I, because that means people will stop asking me. But yeah, I understand the hype with it, and not to sound like a mean person, but it's going to be done as soon as possible. Yes, I know, Jake, you are kidding. I know, we know, but I'm not kidding about the printing insurance. If you start that up, I want to cut. Let's see. Sonic Alchemy. Oh, wait, a makerspace Germany is the biggest market for the Czech Republic. Are you talking about a fulfillment center?
You know what I'm thinking is that Shane's doing such a great job following chat that he's going to spoil the people, and they're going to expect this every week.
I know, right?
Yeah, no kidding. Or then Chris is going to come back and like, yeah, hi, remember me? I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Come here and just quickly sign off.
Yeah, because these streams are all about us taking time to do our projects.
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel bad because I'm like, I have like 5 things I need to start doing, so I might as well, make myself useful and just read chats.
Hey, Robbie Mac, no, it actually, it really wouldn't work that way. I wish it would, but it won't. So,
Knack 3D, it's even signed by the man himself. Well, actually, there was one customer from New York Maker Faire. He asked me to sign his instruction book, and I did. And I was like, congratulations, you made something that doesn't cost anything, worth less than free.
Right?
I know. But yeah, he's like, hey, maybe this will jog your memory. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, send me a message on Monday. All right. Knack 3D, same for Husa. I was so expecting you to say, wait, I so expected you to say, so you decided to keep it. Which one? The Repcord box? No, that actually went back to the factory in Prague. So that's what that is right now. And believe me, I was eyeing it. The only problem was, though, I couldn't get into my suitcase.
Yeah, they are quite bulky.
Mm-hmm. If I was
couldn't get it in there like you did my MMU2 from ERP, right? You couldn't get it in there like you did mine.
Wait, Walter, I got something for you. Hold on.
Okay.
Here's a paper towel to dry your tears.
Oh yeah. I think I'm going to turn this into the grumpy Darth Vader so that I can hold it up for Shane every time. I'm just going to fold a couple of fingers down here just for Shane.
Just take a heat gun to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, in all honesty, that is a pretty sweet Darth Vader print.
It is. It actually is. I like it.
All right. So, Tristan, sorry, Walter. I thought Shane would like that one.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question though, because our buddy Chris from the basement that's not here today, he let out a new video today. I don't know if any of y'all watched that video.
I have not yet.
That video rocked, okay, because it was a continuation of his multi-octopi instance, but now you get to use DNS naming instead of IP and port. And it is so cool because now you can say, like, you can put, like, if you have some in your basement or in your living room, you could say Octopi living room / Prusa or / AM8 or whatever. And you don't have to remember a port. You don't have to remember anything except for your Octopi instance.
Nice. Yeah, I got to try that.
Yeah, it was actually a really cool video. And it was funny too, because I watched it, and when he hit save on one of them, or he hit the status on it, the date on his Raspberry Pi was 8/30/2018. So it looks like he's had that one in the eaves for a while.
Well, that is part of the movie magic, isn't it?
Yeah, except for me. Kind of hard to do a live stream from August 30th today. What's up, James? Print and Play's in the house. Joe Paddock's in here.
All right, so back to my one job only. Bobby Mac
6, you're right. Yeah, you need to go watch the old one. It works out really well. Sorry, Shane.
Oh no, it's okay. If you want to read, you can read. You know, you got the glasses on and everything else. You just might have to move the screen closer.
Tristan said, "Can we get an automated chat reader like Alexa?"
Wait, okay. No, last time you guys sat there and messed around saying Alexa, Alexa, my thing's going off, and it made a few orders apparently that I had to go in and cancel. So yeah, thank you for that one.
Get a couple of rolls of 3D Solutech filament, did you?
I'm not sure what went wrong.
Oh yeah, now it's going off. It's saying I don't know what went wrong. Shut up.
Alexa, sing me a song.
Nope. Alexa's going bye-bye because next thing you know, I'm going to have a $200 bill from Amazon for some apparent reason.
That's why mine's not called Alexa in my house.
Well, technically, Shane, your Alexa shouldn't be able to hear anybody but you because you have headphones on.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I just immediately unplugged it because I'm not even going to deal with that.
Oh.
All right, so let me get back to my one job here. All right, so Uncle Ron, it will have to become fun with Shane in the Kuntry Basement. Why am I just thinking of Silence of the Lambs and Walter just sitting there lowering the basket down?
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Exactly.
Or it gets the hose again.
No. It would be like, it gives me free filament or it gets the hose again.
That's right. That's right. I need free hardware. Filament. Oh, dang, I was going to show you this. This came in the mail. Got this.
Sweet. Very sweet. Wait, is that the red or the pink?
I got the red.
Okay.
I got 2 of the black, whatever it is, the Vertigo black.
Yep.
And then I got one of the silver, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna have to sit there, and if I ever want Filament Frenzy to do anything for me, I just have to take 2 rolls of the Miss Pink filament and just hold it in front of him because he loves that stuff.
That's it. But yeah, I got 2 of the black, 1 of the silver, 1 of the red. And then I got another color from them that I've never had before, and that's the Filamentum Rapunzel Silver. I've never had that color before.
It's similar. It's similar to the Prusament Silver that we're doing now. They're very close to one another, but it's still it's a very good filament.
Okay. Well, it was on sale, so I just throwed it on top of that order.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so Uncle Ron, I could have taken the rep box for you and shipped it to you. Yeah, I was thinking about it, but then again, you know what? With all that work that Pooch went into making that thing, it should go back to Prague. It's the only, it's the right thing to do on that one. 3D&D Maker. Hi, everyone. Hello, 3D&D Maker. Print and Play. Roses are red, violets are blue. I just quit YouTube and showed... Wait, hold on. I just quit YouTube. You all should too. Should we ask if that's a rhyme or a joke, or is that serious?
That's my brother James.
Danska 6. I didn't know if you could have a multiple instance. His video today was great. Had to go watch the old one. Michael Castle. Hey James. Everyone saying hi to James. It just Christopher Maschek. It just took that long to upload. Talking about Chris's video. Print to Play. Wearing pants is for chumps. I'm not even gonna go anywhere near there. I'm still trying to get the image of Walter in his shorts out of my head. All right, so NAC 3D, yay, done taping extrusions, yay. Bobby Mac Shane, what are the acrylic boxes behind you? Enclosures, aquariums, or oh no, those are glass cages. They have snakes in them. But I'm gonna get my girl to do some videos just to point out what's what behind me. So yeah, there's animals down here. Steven the Light Speed, hello. All right. The Prusman is the best filament out right now. Thank you. I got a lot of the the pre-production rules stuff. So the color matches up great. Just some of them I have some issues with, but again, it's pre-production rules. It's pretty easy to spot them. Pre-production has the clear spool holders, while the current production has the honeycomb ones. All right, everyone's saying hi. 3D Indie Maker, Joe Paddock at Shane. I see Kuntry Custom Orange MMU too. Yeah, I know. I can always sit there and just, send them the parts.
I'm wondering, Shane, if there's a way that I can take this, the original Prusa spool holder and get 5 of them on the Prusa around the MMU2.
You would be able to do 4. That's about it. And you would need to, if it was like the smaller 750 gram rolls, you might stand a better chance to that. But as far as the full 1 kilo, you'd be lucky to get 4 on there, because those are similar to the ones that I have. So you'd be pushing it a lot.
Oh, I got you. Well, just because it would make it, more user friendly to move around and that type of stuff. But you could do 4 of those. You'd have to print a couple of them mirrored so that they would face the other direction. Or you could just get 2 of those T holders that they've made, right?
Yeah.
And put that up and then have one behind it or somewhere else,
You would need to change the angle, that shaft is at, because I'm looking at mine right now and I have 2 of those, right? So say here's the front of the printer. Mine goes back like that. Your MMU2 is here. So then it feeds off the roll into filament slots 1 and 2.
Right.
So trying to get that all on there would be difficult to do.
Yeah, I have to see. I'll have to see how that works out. Because I really wouldn't mind taking the MK3 with the MMU2 to Orlando. I just need to somehow make it more compact so that I can tote it better.
Yeah. I was talking to one guy. I'm not comfortable saying who. It was just one of the regular customer of mine. He's really good. I was kind of working on with him, trying to figure out how to make like a good carrying case for the MK3. So you would have your box and then just latch it underneath. So you just pick it up and it's just good to go.
I got you.
So it's just an idea. Feel free to run with it anyone you want. All right, back to reading. Lightspeed's commenting on. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, Uncle Ron was saying make one longer so it sits back between the other 4, and that's what I was thinking. Is have them, maybe change the angle of them some, so that they lean back a lot more, so it's a lot easier to feed for one into the MMU2. But that way you could have one that kind of lean back and anyway, I think it could be done. I just think it would take a bit of design.
Yep, they did do one for the MK1, because I have one down over here, so that's how I was looking at it. They put those, it was like the rails all the way back, hanging further back. The only problem with that, though, it did put a good bit of weight on there. So first off, with the space, you could only use the 750 gram rolls for it.
Yeah.
You could try to, widen out, but then if you're going to have 4 to 5 kilos hanging off the back of the printer, you're going to be worried about it lifting up.
Well, that's true. I think the frame would handle it, I think. And you might have to make 2 of them lean forward some, to balance a little better.
But then you would also, it's even right now, you have the MMU2, you have those clips that go underneath.
Right.
You'd be adding more to that. So then if you had to go all the way up on your Z height, there's a possibility of it hitting against that.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. But it may be better just to design something that sits actually right behind the printer, maybe.
Mhm.
You know, just a small portable stand that holds all 5 of them. You know.
Well, what was it? I know. I think it's
You know what's
practical
really-
printing. Go ahead.
You know what'd be really cool though, because of this is 30-30 extrusion. I think you could have one that actually bolted to the side of the frame and came back and had feet to keep it from being, you know, overly balanced toward the back, and just have it like right behind your MK3. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm listening to you and looking at mine, trying to, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. But you know, just have a couple of runners that bolt to the 30-30 extrusion, come out of the back and have feet, and then go up maybe and widen out so it'll hold five. Yeah, like a wheelie bar, like Robbie Mac says there.
Well, almost like but it would have to be bolted to the back of the Y-axis plate. Because you have that, you know, you have the 2 back extruders for the Y-axis.
Yeah.
And you have that plate, right? So I don't think you'd be able to bolt it into the 30-30 extrusion, but the plate itself.
No, but you wouldn't have to really put it in the plate. The only reason you would want it actually bolted to the 30-30 is just to give it stability from falling backwards. And with the feet on it, it wouldn't put any pressure to pick the printer up.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
So you'd basically just have a couple of flat bars coming off of your sides of your 30-30, and then your main frame would have the feet that sit on the table behind it and then come up and hold your filament.
Take all your clothes out of the closet and put your spools on the closet clothes hanger rod.
I didn't hear any of that, Glenn. I'm sorry.
Something about coming out of the closet? I have no idea. I want to read up.
Robbie Mac said, take all your clothes out of the closet and put your spools on the closet clothes hanger rod.
There you go. There you go.
I used to have something similar to that. When I was in Prague, I had an old clothes rack. So I had it hanging off to the side of the printer. It was feeding from the spools hanging off the clothes rack into the printer. It worked out very well. Unfortunately, here right now, I don't have the space to do that. All right, so print to play. I just like making rhymes. That's cool. I just wanted to make sure I was just like, wait, is he actually leaving YouTube? All right, so
that's more subscribers for the rest of us.
Exactly. And for those, so wait, hold on. I need to figure out who's hosting. I think it's Kuntry is hosting this week. Yeah.
Yeah, Walter's hosting. They need to know so they know whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down.
But for those of you who do not know, definitely make sure to hit that thumbs up if you like the content. Subscribe to the wonderful Kuntry 3D, the silver-tongued devil of the 3D printing community world, and also Fun King 3D, the first family of 3D printing on YouTube.
I like that title, Sam. I do. The first family.
It's true.
It's very royal.
Thou arteth dubbed the first family. All right, back to reading. Hey, fellas. Robert Reynolds. Hey, fellas, will Prusa be for sale on Amazon? If so, when? I should start a timer on this, see how long it takes for someone else. But no worries, Robert. It will be on Amazon. I just don't know exactly when. It's a matter of production right now because they did have a system set up for 3 filament extruders, and they're working on adding another 2. All right, so it is currently being worked on right now. I don't have an ETA, and I'm just laughing because Nearest asked probably about 10 minutes beforehand, and I know you probably weren't in here, so no worries. I think that Protopass is in trouble. Better winding, better filament, way cheaper. Yeah, I do like Protopass's stuff. I was sitting there, I was shopping around for PETG to print out some new parts because I want to get a prototype MK3 to full production line. And it was actually, I have to thank you, Glenn, Mr. Fun King 3D, for that post you made from the filament you got from Sean over at IC3D.
Oh, the purple?
Yeah, I sat there, I saw that. I'm like, I need that. And I just sent him a comment, I sent him a reply. I was like, if you guys ever create that, let me know. Yes, I know.
Well, it just so happens that Sean has reached out to me and asked me to print a swatch off of this before I roll to Matt, so that maybe that could happen.
Yeah, because I think that purple looks great. I was talking about it last night, so I won't repeat what I said, but it was all very good. All right, let's see. Tristan, at Walter, use the threaded rod and some bearings with a printed holder. You should be able to cramp 5 spools above the MMU2. Uncle Ron, at Kuntry, make one lomber. I'm going to assume it's longer, so it sits between the other 4.
All right, guys. Well, since we've got Shane in here, I'm gonna run this another 30 minutes, but my food is ready. I may go get me a plate so we can actually run longer. I may just sit here and eat.
Yeah, go eat, man. I got it. I'm sorry I didn't get your message earlier. That was my fault.
Fine.
You
right
did send it in time. All right, so Michael Castle wrote, road case like rock bands do. Okay. Road cases. Okay, I see what you're saying now. All right. Dan CA6, do you really want 4K sitting on the printer? We already talked, but that's the current discussion. Let Walter go get his food. Robbie Mack, take all your yeah, okay, this is the one. Take all your clothes out of the closet and put your spools on the closet clothes hanger rod. I thought you were telling Walter to come out of the closet. I'm like, really? Does his wife know? See, now we can make fun of him. He's not here.
I don't think Walter knows.
I don't know. You know, maybe the audience is picking up something. We're trying to give them some hints here. Maybe, possibly.
We're a diverse group.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. All right, so Sonic Alchemy, a makerspace, a nice. Okay, we already went through that. Sorry, Wheelie Bars, Sonic Alchemy, a makerspace, nice. Robbie Mack, Michael Castle, piece of plywood under everything. Uncle Ron, silver tongue and chrome noggin. The German printing nerd. Hello. What's up, sir? How are you? How I do it. Protopass is sort of in a category of its own, though. Yeah, I do think that as well. You know, they make some really great stuff. And now that I'm over here, I need to start ordering it to check it out, because when it's over in Europe, it's ridiculous with the shipping. It's kind of the reversal for
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's similar to, you know, like people from the States wanting that Filamentum brand. You know, the shipping on that's just ridiculous. But, you know, it is good. Because like I say, I think personally right now, between like, you know, having filament properly spooled on a roll where it's just absolutely breathtaking, it's Prusament and Filamentum that I think that do it the best so far.
Well, my heart belongs to AIO Robotics and IC3D. Sorry.
Hold on one second. Shenanigans, Sean from IC3D. Guys, you know what? IC3D knows everything there is about Prusament and Amazon, so I really suggest that you tweet Shenanigans and ask them where and when it is. And you know what? I think they might have a special promo code. Nah. But I will say this, for those of you guys who do not know, Sean, are you guys still running that promotion there for IC3D and your filament?
Following the 20% off.
Yeah.
And
guys,
even after that one's done, you can always use FunKing 3D 10 to get 10% off.
Yep. I can't wait to get my hands on it, in all honesty. You know, and start it up and see how well it works. Because I mean, with the amount of work that Sean puts into it, I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So for those of you guys who don't know, IC3D, 20% off promo code, the one that Glenn just said, and also his own promo code for that. So you guys should definitely go and check them out.
Yeah, I can't remember, and somebody will post it, but I can't remember the one for the 20% off.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead, but Sean, you jerk. Just be thankful I didn't post your Twitter account in chat, because I'm sure you get some people, 2 weeks from now just sending you a message. But okay, hold on. Just so everyone knows, that was a joke. IC3D does not know anything about Prusament. Please do not send them messages. And Walter is bringing us his dinner.
Yeah, check it out.
What's that? Chicken, rice?
You know what's weird, though, is you had to go get that. Your wife didn't bring it into you.
And she's not watching either, so she can't come in and flip you off.
I was going to say, you're just asking for another flip off.
So If I'm quiet for a while, you know it's because I have my mouth full of food.
Tristan Walter, this is what I was thinking of. He gave you a link for a thing on Thingiverse. It will probably need a bracket for the thread rod on each end. Nearest Protopass is pure evil. Try candy apple red and winter blue. Tangerine orange is also really good. But man, $60 a kilo hurts.
Yeah.
Nearest Scone Plastic does perfect spools like you guys are starting to do. Nice. You know, I like it when other companies will sit there and, you know, step up their game because it also keeps us on our toes as well. So I'm all one for, you know, healthy competition.
Competition is healthy.
Exactly. So we'll just let Walter eat his dinner because I don't want him. Yeah, so my printer's doing. Yeah, he's already doing it. Of course he's doing it. All right, so.
It's good too, I ain't gonna lie.
Wait.
All
right, so people saying hi to Chris, shenanigans. Oh, yep. So guys, print or treat 20 for 20% off. All right. And for the US people, it's gonna be free shipping. And if you go through their stuff, they do have a good selection of filament and also you know, various different 3D printing related materials. So definitely check them out.
The only place that you can buy Fun King 3D Yellow PETG.
Exactly. So if you want to be as cool as Glenn, you need to go get the Fun King 3D PETG Yellow, and then you can be as cool as him. If you order you know, at least 25 rolls of it, you get one free Xander with each purchase.
Xander will come to your house and watch.
Hold on, I got something special for Glenn.
Hey, this is a family-friendly stream.
Hey, Miss Country.
Hey,
Shane.
I had to go tell her what you said.
Oh, you went and told her? I wasn't even paying attention.
Of course. Remember, we got to throw each other under the bus.
I was busy plugging IC3D, one of the sponsors of the FK1.
So, how I do it? Okay, got us stop stream to go paint and record the giant baby Groot head. Definitely paint that thing up. I would love to see how it looks. Robbie Mack, when will, I swear to God, if this is, okay, when will Prisma be available in Dollar General? Well,
Hey,
you know what?
We need some at the Piggly Wiggly too.
No, is Kmart still open? Because I thought I was working on a deal. I was working on a deal to sell it exclusively at Kmart under their blue light specials. You know, for people like me and Walter, we remember the blue light specials.
Oh yeah,
that little cart that would roll around there, that blue police light.
Well,
on top
then they tried to bring it back at one point. They had a big blue light in the middle of the store, and they would bring the product to the blue light.
It kind of defeats the purpose, though.
Yeah,
half the fun was like tracking down the light.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, people would follow the lady pushing the cart or whatever to find out what was going to be the hot seller at that moment.
All right, so nearest competition accelerates innovation. Absolutely. The German 3D printing nerd, too expensive for me. Yes, I agree. Unfortunately, sorry, Walter. What was that? Says stuffing his face with crisps. So I was thinking. All right. So, anyways.
Well, it's funny. I would never eat on a stream until we started doing these ones.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is, though? Right now, Walter's on camera. This is the quietest he's ever been.
Don't get between me and my food, boy.
Hey, I might have to log into Grubhub just so I can order your food and have it delivered to your place.
This is to set them up.
Yeah, nobody delivers here, Shane. Nobody.
Well, I think that all depends on how much money you're willing to lay down.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even think there's a company right now that you could actually pay to deliver here.
Yeah.
Really?
Walter's in the sticks.
Well, maybe next time when I don't think I'll be able to do it for Orlando, but maybe if I was hitting, say, Miami, I can take a trip there a little bit early, swing by and just bother the hell out of Walter and just scream revenge. I'll just walk around his house going, wow, that looks really nice. It would look better in my house. The problem
with where I live, Shane, there is no just swinging by.
No, yeah. No, it's an intentional trip right there.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll parachute drop.
The Red Cross van stopped in my yard today, pulled up, and I went out and talked to them. And they're like, yeah, they're supposed to be like a center of town, 2.8 miles from here.
Mm.
I said, well, if you want to call Spring Creek a town, then yeah, because if you go much more than 2.8 miles, you'll be swimming.
A long time ago, I used to live in a little small. Yeah, it's more like a village than a town. It was in Pelham, Georgia. It's
that's where my wife's from, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. But
so right
that was
outside of Pelham, about 5 miles outside of Pelham.
Yeah, but I mean that was probably about the most smallest isolated place that I've ever lived in.
You lived in Pelham, Georgia?
Yep.
My wife is from Cotton.
Oh hell, okay.
Hey, y'all probably know each other.
Hey, Regina.
Don't believe this.
Well, I can't say what I want to say. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, goddamn hell, really? But yeah, that was interesting.
And that was without prompting. So
yeah, no, we were talking about small towns. So all right, no prompting. All right, so let me get back to my job since I have no projects here. And Walter continue to eat, and Glenn can be off camera with his project. So
I had to run to the garbage can.
Okay. Sonic Alchemy and Makerspace. I have kids. I don't want a Xander. Why wouldn't you want a Xander? I would love to have a Xander. He does everything.
Wait a minute.
You don't even have to ask him.
Wait a minute. I got a question. When the hell did you live in Pelham?
Oh, a long, very long time ago.
That's what I'm asking. When was that? Do you know?
Probably around 95. It was for like a year.
Dude, that's when me and her got married, and we were living in Cotton at the time.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we didn't cross paths because I remember in Pelham there was certain areas of town that
where you wouldn't go because of the hoodlums.
Yeah, I remember I was walking, and I walked past your typical little country store, and there was a whole bunch of people out front, and they just saw me coming, and they were like, "Boys, it's hunting season." I'm like, "Oh," and I just got the hell out of there as fast as I could.
Was the store called Walter's Corner?
You're about the same age as me, right?
Yeah, we're very close in age.
Up in Camilla, you know where Camilla's at, right?
Walter, we're talking like years and years and years.
Oh,
ago.
I know, I get it, but it was the closest town with a Walmart and stuff. Too,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, I worked at a little computer store there called High Tech in Camilla. So, if you were into the techno world at all at that time, then you probably would have made your way to that store at some time or another.
At that time, I was working at a sign company, and I was doing sandblasting on their I forget what machine it was and everything else, but it was used to basically sandblast signs, and they had government contracts, so we would do all their signage for a lot of the places. Hold on, Bobby Mac is being a pain in the backside. Sorry, Shane, I couldn't resist, but I don't know what he's talking about, so I need to go up a little bit, I think. Hold on. No, actually, Robbie Mac was cool enough because I said, I don't know what time, excuse me, Walter and Glenn tapped out of the stream last night, but
I was there till the end.
Okay, so I was talking about, like, you know, how you guys do it with your projects and everything else. You know, you do your joint streams like this. So I was thinking of, you know, I know Walter does his streams often enough. And, you know, he was talking before about how difficult it can be coming up with content for live streams all the time. And then just to have like a joint broadcast, you know, so that way you get all the, you know, you get all the different viewers together and everything else. And just like, you know, it would be host A and host B bouncing off of each other and everything else. So Robbie Mack was cool enough to because I was trying to figure out how to do it with Google Hangouts and OBS and everything else. So he was cool enough to hook me up. So I'm going to take this moment to sit there and say thank you, Robbie Mack.
Yes, Robbie Mack.
Oh, no, actually, yeah.
Give him a hard time.
All right, so back to reading. Does not cause mail. I don't even, Sean, I'm not even going to read that one because I have a full head of hair. So the German 3D printing nerd, I need 10 rolls of PLA. Wait, hold on. Damn it, it moved. All right, so I need 10 rolls of PLA.
Send him a link of where to buy 10 rolls of filament.
Look at that. My wife brought me some dinner.
Yeah.
She brought it to me.
Hey,
there's competition.
For you.
There's
I don't know if you
competition.
can see that or not, but there you go. I'm going to refill my empty plate because it got emptied somehow. Shane, quit eating my food.
Oh my God, I need to go back in the stream and rewind and see how long it took him to eat that. Because
probably about 4.5 minutes.
I think so. I was figuring I saw that plate in like 10, 15. Oh God, he's wearing shorts again.
Oh, wait.
Hold on, I'm replenishing my beverage. All right, so I'm gonna jump in randomly on chat because I can't scroll up anymore. All right, Nearest. Yeah, but I want Miss Pink. Everyone wants Miss Pink. The line green. The guys over at the content department from Prusa put out a Halloween video, and they did a zombie hand, and it's kind of like I guess the best way to describe it, like a polyalchemy lime green color, and it came out really, really nice. So I guess that would be the new one. So, all right, Shane, no amount of filament will make us as cool as Glenn. Trust me, you know what? You are absolutely right, but we can all aspire to be in the presence on this, possibly like a few levels down than Fun King 3D.
You know,
I can hope, you can hope.
It's funny. I deserve no credit for that. I just ended up in touch with really great people. This whole Fun King 3D thing has been nothing but one lucky run after another. So.
But there's also a lot of work that everyone puts in behind the scenes, you know, a company is, or because I guess if you're doing a stream and everything else that you're doing, it's just like running a company. So it's success as far as what people put behind it. And I wouldn't say too much because if I remember correctly, there's a certain trailer out that has a Fun King 3D reference in it, you know, so you're the only.
That's not legit me. That just worked.
Oh, I would so sit there and claim that. I'm like, yep, that's me. It's all me.
I don't think I want to claim that. We're a family-friendly channel.
You're talking about that commercial?
The trailer.
For the movie trailer or whatever?
Yeah. I am keeping it family-friendly. I'm not making any comments as far as what's in there. Your dedicated listeners will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's a condo mint commercial.
You mean like mustard?
Yeah, something like that.
Now,
is that the official Fun King 3D yellow mustard?
It is. It is officially. Yeah. Yeah. Until they pay me, I'm not showing the name. It's funny. I give Xander crap about that all the time because we were shooting a video yesterday, and one of the items we were using was a brand name, and he kind of was no, he was trying to hide it, and I'm like, no, that doesn't matter. You know, it's just when big stuff, you know, like when you're drinking a Coca-Cola and you're like, love this Coca-Cola, you know, and it's like.
He did a great job on that video he did, but with the skull, and then towards the end, the side by side, he did a really good job with that.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. He was really weirded out to talk to himself because you know he had to go, hey Xander, and he's like, this just doesn't feel right.
It's like post-production, it'll look perfect. That's when you break out the director's chops.
Yeah, well, we spend Saturday mornings doing our filming, and then I spend the rest of Saturday editing. So it's a lot of work, but you people are worth it.
See, that's the one thing. I mean, like streaming, I think I mean, you do need like, show prep, right? But there's no editing, no digging for clips to add in there and everything else. So
yeah, no, it's just live off the cuff.
Yep.
What happens, happens. Because even like, okay, so I got a video that I'm editing now, which is the building of the frame on this beast. And when I was putting it together, I was holding it together with some of those quick clamps, the Irwins, these guys. And I had it clamped like this inside the frame, and I stuck my head in, and I went to come across, and I jammed that thing right into my ear. And while I was recording, and my brain instantly said to me, okay, one of two things has to happen. You either have to play this off like it didn't happen, or you have to make it overly dramatic, like so that it was really worth watching. And I guess my brain chose for just playing it off. So it turned out like I went back and watched the footage, and I was really kind of disappointed that I couldn't use it. But even when you're going through editing and something goes wrong, you have a tendency to want to take that out. Mm-hmm. And I fight myself, and I'm like, don't take out the problems. Like what I'm doing right now is a problem because my carriage rocks back and forth ever so slightly. But as we all know, 0.1 millimeter is a lot when you're 3D printing. Mm-hmm. So here I am trying to come up with a solution to a problem, and you gotta share that. You gotta share those problems out there. So live streaming is just so much more real.
Yeah. I mean, because like so many people think it's, with 3D printing, it's just you set it up and that's it. It will do its job. And unfortunately, at times, no matter what printer you get, it doesn't really work out like that. It takes, fine tuning, a lot of tender loving care, and, a lot of dedication to that. So when you have those problems, like I know that I've seen some streams where people will get those problems, they're like, and then they'll shut it off. It's like, no, keep going with that, because in the end, you might sit there and fix it, have that fixed, and then you can share with the rest of the community.
It's the fear of the people knowing that you don't know everything.
Yeah.
You're a YouTuber. You should know everything.
I may never stream again.
Well, and that the night that I fired this thing up to do the first movement, that's all I intended to do, was just to make it move, and I was happy with that. But the fact that you, Walter, and everybody from the chat was helping me to get it set up to move forward, that was fantastic. I had no problem admitting I have no idea. I've never used a Duet before. By the way, Duet 3D, one of my sponsors for the FK1.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. The German 3D printing nerd, right? He's very technical and everything else. And he'll be in my streams and he'll start asking me very technical stuff, and I don't know the answers. I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm like, okay, I'll tell you what, I don't know the answer, but I'll get it for you and everything else. It's like everyone try. I don't know if there's. You get certain 3D printing YouTubers who have a degree in engineering. The most, yeah, exactly.
I always butcher his name.
Everyone butchers his name. He needs a better name. But I mean, like, he's very good with that. You could sit there and just be like, yeah, what's the step rotation, whatever the hell type of very technical question. He can get that off of his head, but not everyone is a Tom Salander, Right. So it's, people have their own levels of expertise. I'm good at trying to, work with people who are just starting out and everything else, and try to explain things in a way and handle people a certain way so I can get their problems fixed. But I mean, like, if you start asking me really technical questions, I'm an idiot. Walter knows more than me. And, it's just,
that's all on video. You know that, right? He can't.
Wow, that's harsh.
I know. I just gave you, your Christmas and birthday gift for the next 10 years. Walter is smarter than me.
Kit, that would be banana bread.
Hold on. I apologize. I've been neglecting the chat. You guys take a moment, enjoy your dinner, and I will sit there and go back to chat. All right. So stop typing so I can read. All right. So how I do it, I can time out Robbie Mac if you like Shane from Prusa. No, Robbie Mac is just fine. 3D Maker Kid, how is it? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Film with friend. Oh my god, we missed something. Guys, we have a famous person, a famous UK person in here. We have Filament Frenzy in here. Mr. Tom is here. If we have Hawk, then we have the total UK powerhouse that is in the 3D printing community.
Hawk was here earlier.
Yeah, I did see him in here and everything else. So it's great to I really want to do something so we can have Hawk and Filament Frenzy do something together. I think that would be awesome for the community. Mad Mike 8. I'm not sure if I've seen you, but jump in, but I don't think I did. So hello, sir. Food, nice. I know. I'm getting hungry now too. 3D printing llama. Okay, off later, folks. Thank you very much, sir, for stopping in, checking in. It's appreciated. Michael Castle, you'd rather buy his shoes than feed him. Do I want to? All right, this is why I shouldn't just jump in random spots in chat. Nearest, no, the one you think the mask is from the movie The Mask. It's a dark black brown filament with green inserts. Stunning. Nearest, are you talking about the one when we go to shows that we have that same mask from The Mask, and it's printed up in this weird like pineish, greenish, copperish color, and it looks absolutely amazing. The only problem is at the shows, there's so many people that take that and put it up to their face. I'm like, ah.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You don't want to do that. I'm like, I yell at people, I'm like, don't do that. And they're like, why? I'm like, there's been 100 other people who've done that. So you can have 100 other people sweat on your face. And I'm just like, you know, and I can't sit there, you know, like I can't sit there and like, you know, spray that thing down. I would need to get like 2 huge bottles of, you know, isopropyl alcohol to spray that thing down because so many people put it up to their face.
No, just get one of those containers of Clorox wipes, and when people come up, go, "Oh, wait, excuse me," and take a Clorox wipe. They'll wipe their face, not the mask.
My skin is burning. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, you can put the mask on now. Then.
The
burning weed is working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just doing it to give you the full effect of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, just to let y'all know, we won't be able to run this much longer. I am depriving my entire family of internet access right now.
Oh, damn, man. All right. We can't keep the Gray Clan from the internet.
I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, but yeah, my daughter's like, Daddy, you normally stop at 6. When am I gonna be able to get back online?
Oh, damn, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, man.
It's only been a half hour. Gosh.
I know.
But there's so much drama to catch up on. Their thumbs are just sitting there, just moving on their own.
Oh yeah, sometimes that chat streams by so fast you just can't keep up with it. But
well, I will say that my supper was good.
It looked good. I don't have supper. What the hell?
What do you mean you don't have supper?
Yeah, it's not working.
That shit don't work.
You're gonna see a boot come in from the side.
Yeah, I was going to say that'll get you hit with a frying pan.
Frying pan would be from that side. A boot would be from that side. Yeah, I'm just thankful Jen doesn't have a YouTube account because I would be dead right now. It'd be like 3 weeks later, you see me with a black eye and a broken nose. You're like, oh, she saw the video, did she?
Yeah, Uncle Ron even said even the internet doesn't deliver to where Walter is. Do we really have 14 thumbs down already?
Are you shitting me? Sorry, my fault.
I think Robbie Mac was making a joke.
Wait, hold on. We got it's 27 thumbs up.
Oh, and 22 thumbs down.
I don't get it.
Some of them little asses have been busy creating new accounts just so they can come in and thumbs down. Sad little asses, ain't they?
I really don't get it.
No way, 22 thumbs down.
No, I'm serious. It is.
Oh,
I know what it is. I know what it is. It's because I'm not working. I'm not fixing their orders. I'm not, packing their orders and shipping it.
It's not you, Shane.
It has absolutely nothing to do with that. And sad little old men sitting in their houses all by themselves.
You know what might be a really good idea is do the reversal on something like this. Like Glenn gets your wife, Walter gets your wife, I'll get Jen, and have them three just sit down and just like, oh God, we live with 3D printing nerds. What do you do to get by? What do you do to, to make it through the day? Because I can only listen to, retraction lengths and filament types and everything else for so much. It drives me crazy. Yeah. But I think that'd be a cool thing to do, though. Like the flip side of 3D printing.
Yeah, my wife won't do it on camera.
What about like
Matt said he'll convert his to thumbs up for $9,000.
Well, that's a pretty good deal.
Wait, which one? US dollars, Canadian dollars, Australian dollars? You have to be specific in this one. Different exchange rates. Come on, Matt. Ooh, Chinese. We can do Chinese. Is it Chinese? It's Hong Kong dollars, actually. God, I need to get a new life. I actually know about Hong Kong dollars. Glenn has his microphone muted.
Of course he does.
Wait, is he using the back of a with the screwdriver? With the handle of a screwdriver?
Pair of Klein linesman pliers that you'll never kill. I just needed to... I have a port up through the bottom of this plate with... so that I can put 2 pieces of stainless steel rod in there to make this plate more rigid. Mm-hmm. But ever since I upgraded the Prusa from 2S to 2.5, my tolerances are tighter. So I gotta get it dialed back in.
Are you happy with the 2.5 upgrade?
So far, very much so. The only thing it does that's weird to me, and right now, all I've done with that thing is print. It's printed every part for this. Mm-hmm. But when it gets done printing the PETG, like this one just happened to stop right here. Like, okay, so it hits and it just like runs away and it leaves a string to the nozzle. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I don't know why it's leaving. I don't know, because I didn't change any settings, which is probably the problem. But
when you did the upgrade with everything, did you happen to rerun a PID tuning on it?
I can't remember.
You can always just try it, see if that works. Sometimes what I've noticed, just in general, the PID tuning gets stuck on, say, 210, right? And it will kind of act up a little bit. So then I'll redo a PID tuning and I'll put it to 215 or 205 just so it's still in that range. So then it kind of kicks out the old settings, puts in the new ones, and it will kind of, it could possibly help. Maybe.
Well, I'll try it. Again, I mean, like, I had to do the upgrade when I did it because of the issues that I was having. Like the PEI sheet on the old bed was completely fried, and I broke the part of the extruder plastic, and so like it had to be done. But that printer built this printer, so everything on the FK1 came off my Prusa.
So you're saying that the true daddy of your FK1 is a Prusa printer?
Yes, and oddly enough, the people voted, because I name all my printers after Guardian of the Galaxy characters. So my Prusa was Groot, but I was told that Groot means huge in, I believe it was Dutch. And so now this is Groot, and that's Baby Groot, which is kind of the backwards way that it is. But
what about Teenage Groot? Because you have 3 different versions of Groot.
Right. No, I'll just have to make another printer.
Intent. Oh, hey, Walter's scuffing his beard.
Yeah.
Chris Neary said Yeah, his printers do that too. It's a slicer thing. I hadn't figured it out yet. It's not like it's retraction at the end. His Ender 3s do it too.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, now I didn't have the issue up until I upgraded to the 2.5. And I used all my old profiles. Like I just continued to use the same profiles, which I figured that was the issue, that I just needed to tune something for the new extruder. Because that Bondtech setup is pretty awesome. By the way, Bondtech, another sponsor of the FK1.
Yeah, but Glenn, you need like a little sign to stick up there. It's like, oh, by the way,
I usually have them across. I have them across the screen, but I had OBS issues today, so I'm running unlimited cameras and such.
You know what's really funny, Glenn? During one of these streams, you could actually stop and say, "And now a word from one of our sponsors," and I could talk.
That's true.
Wait, I love it for the most recent 3D printing community hangout session on Friday. They actually used Walter's movie voice in there, and that was awesome. Yeah. So then we can have
one man,
one printer.
I didn't know he was going to use it. I mean, I was just winging it.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That's the best to do it though. Just wing it, man. That was awesome. I cracked up laughing.
I mean, I asked him to type me something out, and he was like, "No, it's just introducing Daryl." And I'm like, "Okay, in a world of 3D printing, there's a God among men."
See, but now he needs to do one for Tom Jackson though, in that voice, and for Hawk, and for several others. All right, so hold on. Let me just. I know. Well, wait. Because I know we're keeping Walter's family from using the internet right now, and I kind of feel bad.
Well, Walter can release the hounds, and if it crashes our stream, it crashes our stream. But
yeah, hold on. Let me tell my daughter she can get back on.
I mean, because I'm having a good time. I feel like an ass for missing the beginning of it.
No,
but,
well, I missed the beginning of it. I haven't.
You're one of the hosts. You can't miss it.
Well, I have an issue the last couple of weeks where as soon as I fire up Google Hangouts, it crashes my cameras.
Really?
So I ended up having to join on my phone and then just keep working on it until I finally got it to work. I unplugged all my cameras, blew out all the drivers. I'm running on one camera.
But did you have problems last week with the something similar as well?
I did. I had no cameras at all last week, and I ended up doing the whole thing on my tablet. Wearing a headset, which sucked.
Oh, I remember. I took the screen cap and everything else because you were sitting there with your little
with my Wii controller.
Yeah, exactly like that, and I screen capped it and everything.
Yeah, I wear that headset during the day because Xander is homeschooled, and I don't know, they're not always quiet enough for me, and so I'll put that headset on and listen to music or whatever. But trying to work and be tethered sucked.
No, it's just so you homeschool Xander, right? So as far as the whole STEM program, is that included in with the homeschooling?
I'm a STEM teacher.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I sit there and put my foot in my mouth, and I'm just a complete ass.
The way that it works, it's Florida virtual. It's not technically homeschool. He just does it at home. But so you can sign up for different classes, and he's not necessarily required to have PE and stuff, but we make him do it. And then the other kids from the group get together and do different things. Like they did at our local library. Our local library is getting into 3D printing, which is magnificent. And so they did a thing there where they went and learned about 3D printing. So Xander went and taught them about 3D printing, which was really cool.
Nice. He's very natural on camera. He's not shy, No,
he does all right. He's not like me. So even at IRF, I mean, he was out roaming the crowds and making contacts. And
what's your other son's name, the younger one?
Zach.
Zach, you need to sit there and figure out where he gets his energy from. Whatever formula compilations you need to sit there and calculate, and then make that into an energy drink. You'll be a billionaire.
Yeah, he was recently diagnosed with ADD, not ADHD. He's not hyper, even though he is very energetic, but he's got a very crazy imagination, which is where that whole thing with the MakerBox videos and stuff comes from. So, and then they said, well, we want to put him on medication. And I was like, oh, God, no, I don't want no medication. And so we talked about it, and the doctor said, look, we'll start him on a low dose. You know, it'll be like this. And we said it was fine as long as it didn't turn him like zombie-ish.
Yeah.
And it's done well. He's off of his medication right now because his insurance has changed, and it doesn't kick in until the 1st of November. So, but like when he's out playing baseball and they put him in the outfield, he's like,
hey,
he's like swinging and turning around, and like he just doesn't focus.
Is he dancing around and everything else?
Yeah, he's out there doing the floss. Yeah. So no, it's different.
No, but I understand because I was also diagnosed with a whole bunch of stuff, but also that was one of them. I think for me it was ADHD, and like for me when they put me on that stuff, it was like it would settle me down, but I would also lose my ambition, my drive, and my
creativity,
and also my energy to get up and go.
Yeah.
So I just kind of worked it out with myself. I mean, and I'm not sitting there saying anyone else to do this.
No, it's different for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But I just kind of worked out a balance of it and everything else.
And how old were you when?
Oh, I was well into my adult years when I finally got diagnosed. But even when I was in public schools, they'll put me in with the counselors and everything else. It wasn't special education, but it was geared towards to try to help me focus more and everything else when they didn't have that diagnosis.
Right.
So it was interesting to say the least.
He's been doing good. He doesn't the level we're giving him a half a pill a day, and it allows him to get through school. His handwriting has gotten better. His grades are, I mean, he's an A honor roll kid.
Nice.
And which his teacher had a son with ADD, or has a son with ADD growing up. So she's already familiar with it. So that helps tremendously as well. But no, he's doing wonderfully. He just needs to concentrate more when he's on the ball field.
Because I remember, like, for me in elementary school, my desk was always by the window. That was the worst place for me because I would just gaze out the window and then my imagination would kick in.
Yeah.
And
that was one thing. I didn't want him to lose that imagination, his creativity. I don't know if you know it, but we're actually, I've been filming him. He's going to get his own YouTube channel.
Nice.
He's going to do Zactacular, and all he does, like, he's been doing toy unboxings lately. Like, he always wants to go get new toys so that he can unbox them. And this kid, he's 7, and he goes to Target with his own money the other day and buys 2 new toys. But he couldn't film the unboxing of them because why? We were streaming. We were doing something, but he couldn't get into the studio space. He waited all the way until the next day to open 2 new toys. That's how dedicated he is to it.
That's awesome.
So, and then he'll unbox the toys and then he plays with them and tells these just crazy ass stories. So, but it's fun. It's fun to listen to him. And then he's sitting here. He was opening one toy a couple weeks ago, and I'm sitting where I sit is about 15 feet over that way at my desk, and I hear him say, "You know what kind of dinosaur my brother is? A Fatosaurus." And so I started to laugh, which is, that's bad, but I started to laugh. So then he hears me laughing and he takes off and just kind of runs with it. I finally had to say to him, "Zach, that's not nice."
I ain't saying anything. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, but yeah, he's fun. Walter doesn't have food and he's still quiet.
I don't what?
I said, you don't have food and you're still quiet.
No, I jumped over to the Discord to see what the guys over there thought, about me saying they were kind of crappy for getting their their extra accounts to give me thumbs down.
Yeah, you're 22 thumbs down. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, one of the comment here is, there you go, Walter, get your buddy Shane on the stream. The last idiot that wants to help your dumb ass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Are they watching? Are they?
Oh, of course they're watching.
Yeah.
Walt, all right. Let me make this completely solid. Like, you know, let me just address this one right now, right? Because there's a few other Discord groups, you know, that I've dealt with and everything else. It's my pleasure, my honor. And you know what? This is even like, you know, Walter even contacted me beforehand about this and everything else. I wanted to do this show to be on the Fun Time in the Kuntry Basement forever, but I never wanted to sit there and ask them for it because I would have felt very odd. So I waited for them to ask, ask. And
that's a little sad to know, Shane.
No. I didn't want to sit there and oh, hey, can you guys have me on, please? And everything else.
Because had you asked me.
I'm letting you know right now. You know, but I mean, like, for the little trolls, and I'm being as family friendly as I can right now. If you guys think you can do this better, then do it. All right. Shut up. And actually, you know what? Action speaks louder than words. If you're ticked off with Walter, with me, with Glenn, with Chris Riley, with Joel Telling or Tom or anyone else, you do this. All right. You sit there and you try to do this. All right. It's not that easy. And I'm sorry, like, you know what, if you would have got online with us and it was a bad interaction or anything else, right? I've seen Walter's shows. All right. If you sit there and, you know, do something that doesn't really follow the channel, Walter will warn you and he'll tell you. And then if you keep on doing it, sorry, he has no choice. You got to go.
Well,
right?
and the thing is, and there's only one that said that, but, and it's not even in my Discord. It's in another Discord that somebody else set up because they wanted to post more adult stuff. And I asked them not to post it in mine, you know? So,
yeah.
You know, there's that because I have kids that get on mine.
Yeah, I know you do.
They have one, and they get in there and they bitch and moan about, you know, things that I do or other people do or whatever. And that's their right. I have no problem with that. But
you know,
just to be, here's the problem that I have. Just to be utterly and outright asshole, sorry, but just because they can't do what I do and they can't make friends like I make, or they think that I've slighted them somehow, probably not. They can think I'm a dumbass all they want. You know, watch my videos. I mean, you know, if you think I'm a dumbass, don't watch.
But as far as, like, you know, you reaching out like, oh, I'll save the show, BS. It's my privilege. I'm very happy. I was sitting there just being lazy and hungover, and I missed Walter's original message. And then I, you know, went on my phone, I got it, and I was like, oh, hell, I jumped on here because I was so excited to be on here. Walter doesn't need my help. All right. And you know,
it's funny though, because, you know, they give me thumbs down and they do all that. And, you know, it's all well and good. If they want to do that, that's fine. If they want to hurt me, unsubscribe, quit watching my videos.
Yeah.
You know, that does a hell of a lot worse than giving me a thumbs down.
No, thumbs down is still interaction.
Oh, I know. And, you know, it's like this stream right now. Right now it says we have total view time is 105 hours.
Just phenomenal. That always blows my mind.
You know what I mean? Okay, so you wanna send a message? Stop watching.
Yeah, exactly. Unsubscribe.
Go back to your sad little life. Play with your 3D printer, whatever you have, and go do it on your own.
Well,
I mean, it's that simple.
The thing is, and people should know that we started these streams for us.
Right.
This was an opportunity for you know, you and Chris and I to hang out. So this was never ever to be a formal thing anyway.
Oh, no, and I get that. It's not this stream, Glenn. It's all of my streams. They get on every one of them. My thumbs down on David's interview the other day was like 20 something or 15 something. I can't remember. Here, I'll open it and let me see. Let me see what it's got. just my video from David's interview the other day, which I thought was fantastic. There's 20 thumbs down.
He was really a nice
20 thumbs down on that video.
What was it?
It was 20 thumbs down, and you know why? Because they're freaking jealous. Because they can't do a damn thing on their own.
But I mean, realistically, how many other people could get, you know, a Hollywood actor who switched over to, you know, basically being a public advocate for 3D printing for STEM and everything else? You got that. They couldn't get that. I couldn't even get that.
It's funny. He's answering me back. He said, "I was once one of your patrons until I understood that you bring nothing worthwhile to the 3D printing community other than what not to do." Okay, well, I show you what not to do then. That's a good lesson.
That's a very vital lesson.
And not only that, I try to bring the community together, not to separate them and put people down.
Right.
That's the problem with you. And I'm assuming that you're listening, because I'm not typing anything in Discord, so you're answering me back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't say publicly, but do you know who it is? I mean, like, is it somebody that you know?
I know the usernames.
But all right, we'll have that conversation, because I'm not gonna glorify them.
No, and I've got to get off of Discord because it's killing my internet. So, you know.
No, man, I'm tired of it, because it's like, you know what, you put in the effort, you put in your own time, your own resources, you know, everything, and it's just like, you know what, if you think, and I'm sorry, but I mean, like, for everyone who's active on chat right now, this is not directed towards you guys at all.
No, not a single person that's chatted here today, unless they're using a separate name and, you know, whatever.
And they can
These are our peeps.
But it's just like, if you don't like it, then try doing this and do it better. And that's it.
And no, Uncle Ron, it's not Keith Developer. I promise you, it's not Keith Developer. He is not in that group, and he was never one of my Patreons. So I get it. If you don't want to be a patron, fine. If you want to make up accounts just to give me thumbs down, that's sad.
And I will admit something here publicly, that, and I won't go into too much detail, but, you know, I follow every 3D printing YouTube channel I can find.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that with pride to support them. But admittedly, there are people out there who run a YouTube channel that I can't watch their videos. Maybe it's a tone of voice, maybe it's just the way they do their videos, but maybe there's just something that rubs me the wrong way that I just don't watch their videos then. I don't give them thumbs down and say mean things to them. You know, they're out there busting their hump too. So,
like, for me, it's just probably like one, like, for on Twitter and everything else, right? Whoever follows me, I look them up, and if they have a YouTube channel, I follow them, and then I subscribe. You know, it's just like one hand washes the other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, like, I did probably say out of 100, there's like one where I don't subscribe, I don't follow them, because I watch their shows, and like you said, Glenn, it's like the way they address themselves and everything else is like, I'm God. You need to listen to what I say, because I know what I'm talking about.
I thought you did follow me, Shane.
I do. I do, Glenn. I got nothing about it.
No, it's all good. Boy, this stream just took a turn for the dark side, didn't it?
Well, no, I think it's just like, it's all right. We have, well, actually, I apologize. You guys have a lot of fellow YouTubers who subscribe, who are being interactive right now and everything else. And it's just like, you know, Walter brings up, you know, Mr. X, we'll just call him that, you know, who just has to make his comments. And I think a lot of people on here who are streamers have very similar experiences, and it's just so aggravating, so frustrating, and everything. It's just like, for the majority of the people that are on here, it's for Glenn and for Walter, this is not their main source of income. They have jobs, they need to do other things, and they put their free time into this. It's not to sit there and just be like, yeah, and it's not just to sit there and be like, hey, look at me, I'm great. No, this is basically, hey, I'm going to do this. If I can help out the community, I'm going to sit there and put my time, my money, my resources into it. And both of you guys have families into this, where you have little ones running around and everything else. Like, hey, I need to sit there and, be online. I need to do this. I need to get back to the community. And, for those people who sit there, it's like, oh, well, you suck. Well, you know what? Fine. If I suck, so be it. Do the job better. And you know what, though? I'll subscribe to you if you can do the job better. If not, if you're not going to sit there and put up your reputation, your pride, your everything, then don't sit there and say anything.
Yeah, that's how they get their kicks.
Well, my thing is, oh, sorry.
Rob UK said the world is not full of a-holes, but they are strategically placed so you come across one every day.
All right. My thing is, never on my channel have I said I was here to teach anybody anything, ever. I've always said, look, this is my journey in 3D printing. Follow me if you want to. And I try to bring people together that, are like-minded or whatever. I try to have an open mind and an open channel for everybody. Matter of fact, I was actually told by this group that there was one person that was on my channel that they couldn't stand, and as long as he was there, they wouldn't be there. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry, I can leave.
You couldn't hear me?
No, I said I can leave.
No, it's not even that. It's one of those things where, if you don't like something you read on the internet, scroll on by.
Dude, I was made a mod of a particular Facebook group, and there was a discussion about a certain word, and it wasn't offensive, but people were like, well, it's directed towards a certain gender. I'm like, no, it's not. It just means this or that and everything else. And people really need to sit there and watch more George Carlin, where it's just like, it's just words, and whatever power you give them, that's what they are. You know what? If something bothers, if someone types something and it bothers me, it's because I give that word that power. And
yeah.
Hold on, Glenn's choking.
I am, man.
Glenn, you okay?
I choke pretty much every time I eat. I never thought it would happen on camera, though.
Well, hold on. I didn't close my Discord a while ago like I thought I did. Hold on. Let me read this comment to you. And I guess this is why they don't like it. Okay. Said, I do not know of any decent-minded man that asks for as much free shit as you and Glenn and Don.
Hold on.
Dude, that totally sounds like Keith.
Can I address that, please? Because I know I make a lot of comments to Walter on that. All right. I met Walter down at Murph, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Walter has a particular charm about him. I never met him before. I met him and we were just talking, and we were just talking about everything, right? And he never sat there and like, it's not like, hey, how are you? What can you give me for free? No, he sat there and we're just like, talking and like just sharing our joy and happiness with 3D printing, right? And just go from there. I can tell you right now, all right? Not Walter, not Glenn, not Chris, not any of the YouTubers that I deal with have ever asked for anything for free. Okay? There's some people, some YouTubers where it's like, I've done this for you, you owe me it and everything else. And you know what? Those people, I purposely don't deal with. All right? There's not been one person like that. The guys who do this stuff, it's for the community. All right. They do their side projects and everything else to educate, to inspire people like that. Okay. I can categorically deny that Walter, Glenn, or the, what am I up to now? I think 30 YouTubers that I deal with, they don't sit there and go, I need free stuff. You need to hook me up. No. I've dealt with some where it's like, I have a YouTube channel. I want to review your stuff and I'll give you great reviews and this and that and everything else. If someone promises great reviews because I send them something for free, I just push them off to the side because that's not what it's about.
Exactly. That's pay to play right there.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
I don't ever promise great reviews for anything. And yes, I do ask for stuff, and I will never stop asking for stuff, because if you don't ask, you'll never get it.
Yeah,
you know,
that was going to be my response, but I didn't even type it back. If you don't ask, you can't get told no.
Well, that's it. You know, and like I mean, I generally don't get told no now that I think about it, but I've developed some fantastic relationships by asking for sponsorships and stuff. The only place that I've ever begged for anything free was, and that wasn't even that, it was the fight with Gearbest. And that whole thing started because I wanted the affiliate account. I wanted to get, we were a small channel. I wanted to get a printer in here to do reviews on, to establish myself. And they told me that I wasn't a good fit.
Right.
And that angered me. And that's why I went after them. So, you know,
just to make one thing clear, just before, because I know people will watch this after the live stream. If I sat there, if I made an agreement, Glenn, let's just sit there and say, hypothetically, make believe, you came to me and said, give me a review printer, I'll give you great reviews. Glenn, no problem, here you go. If Joseph ever caught that, I'd be fired in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the company standard.
Right.
You know? And so I just want to make sure that's out there. But I mean, like, for the guys like, oh, well, you guys just ask for everything for free. You guys are offering a service to companies. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I have a platform. I reach a lot of the smaller community and everything else where I can, you know, give an honest opinion, an honest review and everything else, you know. Gearbest, I've dealt with them as a customer, and they're not the...
Oh, they're a pain to deal with.
Check this out, Shane. Really and truthfully, the only thing I've ever asked for was parts for my Hypercube build, which the community, the country club absolutely sent. Yeah. Okay. There's 75 hours of live footage of me building that.
Yeah.
So wait, but that's free, right? I got all that stuff for free.
Yeah, no, you didn't put any time or anything into that.
Absolutely.
No time, no effort, no, you know, donated hours or anything else. And granted, I will give Walter the hardest time, you know, as far as like, you know, like, oh yeah, hey, you know what looks good? That's, you know, blah, 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 blah. That's a joke between me and Walter. If anyone has any problem with that, please let me know, because I would love to address that.
Even at Murph, I never said, hey man, I want one of those. It was always, you know what would look good on my printer?
Yeah.
You know what would look great wrapped around my neck, or you know what I mean? Yeah. It was always something like that. But
it was,
I'll tell you right now, the only person that I have asked for something for absolute free is Robbie Mack. Hold on, Glenn, and I'll get to you. But the thing is, I actually have it in my mind to pay him back one of these days when I get caught the hell up, because I haven't got caught up yet, is to pay him for his services. And he hasn't asked me to. He's never complained. He's never said anything about it. But that's the only person that I've ever asked to just give me something for free. And he didn't. The thing is, he didn't even have to. You know, he could have said no, and he didn't. He's a great guy.
But I will tell you this right now. The only reason why at Murph, I made sure to track you down and everything else, right? It was because the way you presented yourself, you know, it was your style, your personality and everything else. It wasn't Like, okay, what can Walter do for me? What can Walter do for the company?
Shouldn't have felt sorry for you, Walter.
No, but
know,
I will give him a hardest time for this one and everything else, but it was his charm, his charisma. You know what? And if he never approached me with that, I would never know it. But also, after Murph, there was Earth, right? And I asked Walter not to sit there and say anything. I grabbed stuff from my personal stock. I gave him like a small bag of parts and everything else. Like, there you go. He never asked me for that. I did that because for me as a subscriber to the Kuntry Klub, as a fan, I wanted to do that, you know? So I give him a hard time about it. I tease him a lot, but with a lot of the work that he does, and I'm not excluding Glenn, because I know Glenn does a lot of work as well. These guys put a lot of time and effort into this. You know, that's the one thing that the subscribers don't. I'm sorry, I really have to watch my words here. The guys that are on chat right now, they get it. It's the ones that hide in the background that don't get it. You know, they don't understand just how much time and resources it takes to do these things. And I apologize. I completely blew off chat. I'm sorry to you guys.
No,
I'm not reading your
it's
stuff.
fine. I do want to say this though. I want to read a couple of them. Having met Walter and Glenn and Chris at Earth, I saw that they are honest people who are devoted to the 3D printing community. That's cool. Jake from State Farm says, "Damn you, Robbie Mac." And Knack 3D Design says, "You know what would look good on your head? A polyalchemy pangolin. Yeah, it would. So print me one. I want one for free."
No, he was talking to me because he sent me that roll of the polyalchemy yellow.
Robbie Mac says, "I don't need paid. You know that. It's a way for me to give back to the community." Michael Castle says, "I've always tried to make friends first and money second." Well, I'll tell you right now, if I was in this for the money, I would be broke. Let's see. It certainly isn't Walter's subscriber count. I don't know what he was referring to. Maybe something going up. I don't know, because it's going up, but it's very slightly going up. I mean, I'm not buying subscribers. I'm not paying for any of that. 3D Printing Llama says, "Why do I keep thinking of like Frosty the Snowman show or some other Christmas special listening to Shane?" It's because he sounds like Burl Ives, dude.
I'm sorry. That just completely hit a trigger with me, and I apologize for going off on a rant.
No, it's fine. Uncle Ron says, "Movie ticks are what, $16 a seat, and paying for that entertainment never gets questioned." Thomas M. Ross says, "Oh yeah, editing vids is time consuming. I feel for them. I wouldn't have the patience, but grateful for them." Matt said he had an important question for Shane while you're on that kick. Ewan Todd says he's broke. You schedule time away from your family and are able to be able to stream and make videos. This is your free time. You're right. It is. You know, I've got 2 streams that are, or at least, no, 3 streams that are over 12 hours long, where I sit in this chair for over 12 hours. Okay. Didn't get up, didn't leave, 12 hours. And
Yeah,
one of them wasn't that great at the end, but you know.
All right. What does Matt have a question for? Because I'm boiling at this point. So, Matt, ask away. You can change the tone of this right now.
The problem is, Neries, is that all of my stuff is live, and some of them are, and most of them are really long. So people don't sit around. You know, people are into a quick fix. They want 10, 12-minute videos that explain something to them. That's not what this is. This is more of a podcast where we hang out, we chat. I talk to you, you talk back through the chat. That's what my streams are. Not everybody has time for that. And it's not something that, you know, gets a lot of subscribers after the fact. Oh, and here's Matt's question. Did you catch that? Did you catch Matt's question there?
Hold on. I need to read.
What I want to know from your Mr. X is.
Yeah. Okay. He sent me well, I don't know how I do it. Are you going to give us really good reviews? Because if you're not, then I'm not going to do it, because, you know, apparently Walter has gotten his free stuff because he gives positive reviews. Glenn, he does his thing. I won't do it unless he gives positive reviews. But yeah.
Well, the thing is,
sorry,
Shane, here's the thing, man. I haven't given the MMU2 glowing reviews.
No, you haven't.
I've cussed the hell out of it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you right now.
The thing is, though, I catch your reviews. Sorry, I apologize. Your live streams. I wait 5 minutes, and I listen to the audio. I'm like, do I want to sit there and say hi all? Because it's just me. Like, it's like I have like 15 people in chat, because when you're doing your streams, I'm working, and so it's just like, is he having a good day or a bad day? So it's like, do I have the time to add this, especially where it's on a live stream, where it's like, I'm trying to separate it between official work stuff and a live stream stuff, and like if someone had it where you do it a regular schedule every day, it's at this time and everything else, right? If other people have that, I will certainly jump into it. But yeah, Matt, it depends if you're gonna give us sweet reviews or not.
Yeah, no, you're right, Robbie Mac. The funniest part is that the guys fussing are the only ones, or the ones that have the most time to watch. I get it, and it's great. And the thing is, I've never been unkind to any of them. Have I catered to all of their demands or their need for attention? No, because it's hard to do. It's like Robbie Mac and Red Light when they came to Earth, and David Olson as well, because David Olson's been a great friend of mine. And it's just so hard, because that was really my first show at Earth, where I got to hang out with the community that knew who I was, because at Murph, nobody knew me. Nobody at all, except for Glenn and Shom. Oh, wait, Shom didn't go. So basically just Glenn.
But you made yourself noticeable. It was how you made yourself known. You made yourself noticeable.
Right. No, I get it. But the thing is, I've tried to always be inclusive of everyone until you give me a reason not to be inclusive. Okay. And most of my stuff, I've always said, I'm just here to hang out. We might be working on something. We might not. If we're just here to chat, we're just going to chat.
But that's the thing. Hold on, Glenn, do you want to sit there and say anything? Because I don't want to rule you out on this one.
No, I'm over here working. The only thing that I wanted to comment to the Mr. X, to those who feel that YouTubers shouldn't get free stuff. I'm curious to know how they feel about NBA, NFL, NASCAR.
Good point, sir.
That's what drives all of that.
It's sponsorships. You guys can't do your projects without, you guys are going to sit there, end up taking money out of your own pockets, where you have your own lives, your own families, and everything else.
Right. Which, in fairness, yes, I'm building a printer, and it's my printer, and it's going to be my printer. But I have a handful of sponsors who I plug as often as I can, whether it's tongue in cheek or legitimate. I can't thank these people enough. And you know what? I don't think not one of them, and if I'm wrong here, they've never made it clear to me, not one of them are unhappy for doing it. Mm-hmm. My relationship with IC3D, I can't plug those guys enough. And not because they made a filament for me, but because they make a really great filament. Yeah. My relationship with AIO Robotics is so amazingly special, because I constantly feel that I owe them, and they feel that they owe me. And that's the kind of relationship that should be built.
Hey, Glenn, I got a question for you. Are you using your lavalier mic, or are you going through the camera right now? Because it doesn't sound like the lavalier is the one you're going through.
That's a good question.
Because it sounds like the further you get away, the less we can hear you and that type of thing.
Well, I don't know. It's set to default. Is this different?
Yeah,
that is different.
Okay, so I don't know. It might have been going through the camera, but
yeah, no. When you were standing up, I mean,
why didn't you tell me that 2 hours ago?
Well, because I didn't want to hear you, but
Well, you weren't on camera half the times. You were doing your own thing.
Well, that's
but
true.
No, I've made my peace. If there's anybody out there that's disappointed in the fact that I ask for stuff to support the channel, so be it. There's other channels they can go and watch.
Yeah, and
Robbie Mac thought you were still on your phone.
But not in a while. But the reason I brought this over was because Robbie Mac said something about the fact that he made me a Fun King head and I didn't ask for it, and it's it's very special to me. It's awesome.
It's payola.
It's awesome.
But I mean, as far as the guys on chat, I do apologize for going off on a rant about that. And I know a lot of the viewers here right now have their own streaming channels for 3D printing and making and everything else. And I just thought maybe addressing this would also for fellow content creators can relate to it and everything else. And I do apologize if I went off on a rant about it, but it is infuriating.
What's up, Red Light? How are you, my friend? I was talking about you and Robbie Mack at Earth, man, because I really felt bad about not being able to hang out with you guys more. And the reason, no, I got you. I get that. But the reason I felt bad was because y'all made the trip and y'all were part of the country club and I didn't get to hang out like I wanted to, you know. That really bothered me with you and Robbie Mack and Fernando Pena and David Olson. It really did bother me that I didn't get to hang out more, you know.
It's hard, man. I mean, trying to like arrange it all the time.
It really is. I mean, because when you've got your family there, okay, my wife was there with me. You've got your family. You have to make time, you know, keep up with them for sure. And then, you know, getting to meet people from that are on your streams is overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Mainly when you're introverted.
Well, and I'm not introverted by no means, but
he's
it's very, very, very difficult. It gets overwhelming when you're meeting so many different people.
But like the one thing with like Walter, when you know, you weren't working, you were doing the show regular, and then you're like, hey guys, you know what though? I got a job, things are going good. I need to take the time, you know, and devote it to work. And then there was like a extremely small amount of people that got upset by that. And it's like, this is not your main, you know, bread and butter. This is not
God, no.
Yeah. You know, and it's just like people get ticked off by it. And like I do it. I mean, like, all right, whatever I do on YouTube, it's not for the company doesn't pay me extra to do this. I do it because I enjoy it, right? I have a job. So I couldn't sit there at like 8 p.m. to want to stream on a Tuesday night because I'm working. You know, I have to do a job, you know, and you have to do a job. And, you know, I'm very happy that you finally got a job. I was just like, when people are like, bah, 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 they're complaining about it, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, if I was making $4,000 or $5,000 a month on YouTube, then that would be great. I'd sit here and do this every day, 6-7 hours a day.
$4 or $5 a month on YouTube would be great.
Well, I mean, and don't get me wrong, you know, my patrons, they are fantastic and I love it. It's fantastic for me. It doesn't even pay my cell phone bill, the patrons, and I'm not asking for more. If you want to want to support me, that's fine. But it's funny because people think that, you know, I got 30 people that give me $1 or $5 or $10 or whatever. Okay, if all of them give me $10, which they don't by any stretch of the imagination, that's $300 a month.
Right.
Okay, I'm not monetized on YouTube, so I don't get any of that. Okay, I don't get any of that. You know, I have told everybody that's given me anything ever, thank you.
But
every time.
But Walter, we have other people in chat. It's the same situation, you know?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Absolutely.
Again, I'm up, you know it as well as I do. I'm just trying to include those guys into it because, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of streamers in here who can absolutely relate. You know, Uncle Ron just sat there and said, most of us feel the same way you do. Walter and Glenn are great people and don't serve the, no, for me, I don't get crap. I don't take it, you know, because like, if you ever notice when I do my streams, I don't have a Prusa shirt on. You know, I don't. That's by purpose. You know, I'll give you guys updates as far as the company goes and everything else, right? and I will watch what I say because of non-disclosure agreements and everything else. But I do this on my own time. The company doesn't pay me to do this. I'm not a part of the content team. Walter does this on his own. He creates amazing content. And you know what? As I was joking around, I'm like, yeah, I'll jump on Walter's stream. I'll wait 5 minutes to see how he's doing and everything else, you know, but it's what he does. He gives his own time. Glenn does his own thing. Glenn's building his own printer. You know, he's not asking for Patreon supports. He gets sponsorships.
Oh, wait. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Welcome, Hybotics.
I will never discourage the Patreon support. But no, Shane, just so you know, this group of people that are in here now, are like our diehard core following. Yeah, amazing. They are family to me.
Yeah. They are.
You know, and I'm going to say this, and I know I've said this before, and usually it's right before a big event because I am introverted, and I've actually now been recently diagnosed with social anxiety disorder with slight agoraphobia, which I never thought it was going that far, but apparently it has. But regardless, you know, I don't want to change me. I like me, but you know, so every time before a big event, and I'm warning people, hey, if you approach me and I'm standoffish, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's not because I'm standoffish. It's because I'm introverted. And, but it is true that my wife was very concerned about me because I don't have friends. Like I don't go and hang out at people's house. I don't go for poker night and stuff. I don't like to be around people. I like to be home. I like to be with my family, you know, and I am a completely different person when I walk into Murph or IRF or Maker Faire because this is my family. These are my friends. Mm-hmm. And a lady at church today, Grant, who is my coworker, my tenant, and he's been on the channel a couple of times. His mom said to me, Grant told me that you're, how did she put it? That you're known globally. And I kind of like smirked it off at first. And I said, yes, I'm actually internationally known. That's right.
But you are. But like, if I can,
and you're known to rock a microphone.
Yeah, that's right.
If you guys can allow me to say one thing, and then I'll shut up for the rest of the night as far as this topic. And it was after Maker Faire, and we were talking. They were like, someone sat there and said, you know, I don't understand how someone can sit there and watch or interact with someone on YouTube where they're just printing something, and that's it. You know, and I'm like, well, you know what? I live in where I am, and not even like I'm very sociable. I'm always out and about and everything else, talking, whatever. And I usually sit there, have my backpack on, and have 3D printed stuff on it and everything else. And I'm like, I can go on YouTube and I can find people with similar things. I can sit there and talk to Walter. I can sit there and geek out completely about a certain design or print or whatever. I can do the same thing with Glenn and everything else, right? And I'm like, you guys are looking at the wrong way, you know, where you have social media, and I might not find the same people in my local community who have the same interests, but I can easily find those same people on YouTube, on Facebook, on social media. You know, I mean, like right now, Walter is down in Florida. Glenn is down in Florida. I'm hanging out with guys if they were just like in the same room with me right now, you know, and it's an amazing thing, you know. If I tried to go downtown into a bar, I was like, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I work in 3D printing. Really? What's that? And I will more than likely, you know, educate them and show them and everything else, but they're not going to be experienced in that. Where with the social media, it doesn't matter about the distance, you know, we can all hang out and have a good time.
Yeah. Hey, Tristan said, guys, let's not forget why we're here. Let's talk about 3D printing. Screw the downvoters.
Sorry.
I get it. I did just get a print off of the TiVo.
Oh, let me actually, you know what though? Give me 2 minutes because there's actually something I want to show with that one.
And yeah, go ahead. but it's a smaller one because the power went out on my big one, as I showed you earlier. So I decided to do this. So that's what I got. But anywho, I do want to say one thing to the other topic we were on before we take Tristan's advice and leave it alone. I am not here for anyone other than myself. I will tell you that. I love hanging out with everybody here. And John Hammonds, you ask a question. Hold on, let me find it again. What is Shane's channel? I'll get Shane, if you'll type something in there so that he can click on it once you get back. He can't hear me. I'll tell him when he gets back. But you can click on it and go back. So go to his channel. So anywho. No, Brian Vines, absolutely not. No, I mean, we're here for each other. It's like the other night when Glenn streamed and he was having issues with, the duet. Okay. Had me and other people not been there, he would have been stuck for a while having to look all that crap up and trying to figure all that out by himself. But, as it was, we got it done on the stream, got him moving in the right direction. He learned a couple things that he could go tweak here and there you go. That's what these streams are for. It's not for me to teach you. It's for you to teach me because I am a dumbass. I'm not going to lie. I'm mechanically inclined. I can do things pretty well with my hands. I can figure things out. But I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed by no means. I've already told you to me, the basement part of this group is where you need to go learn things.
Absolutely.
If you want to chat, hang out, and let's do things together, that's great. But if I go watch Chris's channel so I can learn how to do things, I am not going to lie. I've never been one to do that. I watch YouTube videos just like everybody else. So I try to learn things as well. When I can jump on somebody's live stream, I do. Even when I'm on smoke break at work, I will jump on. Don's stream or Mike Whaley's stream or Ricky Tanner's stream. I will jump on those. Okay. No, I do not, Tony Ryan. I don't think I'm going to connect Octoprint to my MMU2. Not right now. Yeah, right, Thomas.
Not an Octoprint kind of guy.
Say what?
You're not an Octoprint kind of guy.
Well, no, I mean, I don't mind it for like my little i3 that I have down here. Or for this one, the MK 2.5 I have that's printing now. I really wouldn't mind hooking those up to Octoprint. But on a multi-material print, there's no way I want to send code from my recliner back here and not watch it start the print. So there's no need to have it on Octoprint.
Yeah, well, see, for me, with all the printers here and the computer being over there, it just works wonderfully because I can send stuff from. I mean, I can see the printers from my desk, but
right.
But I can't, to run a USB cable over here to get up and I hate pulling SD cards in and out and in and out and in and out.
Right.
As far as your triple skull thing, right? I did that for my girl and I thought it was going to be the coolest guy ever. Right. And she's like, yeah, I already have that. So this is what she had already for that same 3D print. So
yeah,
whoever, scanned and designed that, they did a great job because after I seen this, it's spot on.
Yeah, it's almost spot on. Now I did the one that has the skulls at the bottom. I don't know if that one does or not, Shane. Like on the bottom of the base there, it's got the extra skulls.
Mm-hmm. This one has parts of bone. I don't think you can see that.
Yeah,
but it's very, very similar. I actually did one for her and one my girl. For anyone who hasn't seen her, she's very tattooed, and so I made one for her tattooist as a tip.
Nice.
So you gotta try it, man. All right. So Knack 3D, thank you very much for subscribing. Trolling for dollars. Sorry, I'm just reading the ones that I'm tagged in.
Yeah, John Hammond's also
Censorship.
subscribed to you, Shane. And that gives me a reason to say, if you're not subscribed to Glenn, Shane, or myself, oh, wait, I'm asking for something. Y'all go friggin' subscribe.
Stop begging, Walter.
I know I got to quit begging.
What the hell, man?
All right, so I went through this whole process of cabling this up. That's what I spent my day doing, or my evening doing, and just so that you kind of understand what I've done. I've run a series of ropes and pulleys so that the top part of this pulling down also pulls down on this side. So the cables go up and they crisscross through this. It's an equalization cable, and I'm pretty sure it's how elevators work. Probably should have looked it up, but the idea is because this thing is so wide that end sags where the X motor is. And so I didn't want to put a second lead screw on. So I cabled all this up. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm not 100% sure it's going to work. I mean, the design works, but I think the cable that I've chosen, which is actually fishing leader material, it just doesn't have the right amount of flexibility, I think.
Hey, Glenn, I got a question for you though, right?
Sure.
With that printer, what's your ideal thing to print?
Lots of benchies. I can print 144 of my maker coins at a time.
Nice.
It's funny. I chuckle because everybody asks me that question. What was the intent? Why did I build the printer this big? What am I looking to print? And that's not really what happened. Was I fell in love with the G Create Big, and I went to Gordon from G Create and I said to him, I said, I love the Big. I said, I can't afford a Big. I'm going to rip you off. And he looked me dead in the face and he said, do it. He goes, it's so much fun. You got to do it.
Yeah.
And so he was very, very open and helpful and gave me measurements and gave me ideas of what he would do different if he did it again. Because, you can't buy the Big. It's just an in-house thing. And so I came home after Murph to design the Big, and I got it to a point where I was pretty pleased with the way the design was coming along. And then I showed it to James from Print and Play, and he said, how much is the bed going to weigh? And I said, about 14 pounds, because it was a little smaller than it is now. Now the bed is 19 pounds. But he said, well, what about the 10 pounds of filament you're going to put on it? And I went, oh. And he goes, make the bed not move. So I started completely over again, and I recreated it. And I took it to IRF, and I was asked, well, why did you make the extruder move on the long axis instead of the short? I said, because I'm an idiot. So I came home and I redesigned it again, and this is what I came up with. And I quit showing it to people because I didn't want to change it again.
Well, you had that.
The bed size turned out to be the way that it did was because I wanted it to be just slightly bigger than the Big. I wanted to outdo G Create just
a hair.
Yeah, they're 42-inch bed. I'm a 48-inch bed.
Well, you had that one company at the East Coast, Murph, that had that, it was a very long bed, and they were printing out skateboards.
That's G Create.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
That's the Big.
Yeah. So, I mean, like that thing, I remember after the show when it was winding down, everyone from Prusa just went over to that thing. And those guys they were cool as hell, because they were just like, talking and showing it off and everything else. And they were printing out a skateboard.
Yeah, Xander actually got to ride one of the skateboards at New York Maker Faire last year, which is how we ended up. Like, I had never even heard of G Create. It was Polymaker that had they had the skateboard, and they said, oh, it was printed at G Create. And the guy said, well, maybe I could talk to the guys over at G Create. Maybe they could print a deck. If you pay for the materials, maybe they could print a deck for you. And I said, oh, that'd be cool. Then I started to look into G Create, and then it was just months later we established that relationship. So.
But it's always cool to have a company. It's like, hey, I'm gonna steal your design. They're like, go for it. Do it.
No, he literally looked me in the eye and said, do it. Not Duet, not to be confused with Duet 3D, one of my sponsors for the FK1.
Hold on, I see Walter, like, I don't know if he's vaping or just steam is coming off.
He's
of him
probably
right
still
now.
reading that Discord, and he shouldn't be.
I'm steaming. That's it. I'm steaming. No,
No.
I am vaping. I'm definitely vaping.
All right, so hold on. Let's go back to chat because the guys have been very patient for like the last at least hour, and I apologize. It was all my fault because whatever, I was triggered, whatever. So, Neres got a seat and bolted, just got to strip them and get rid of them now. I apologize. I don't know what you're talking about. Tony Ryan at Fun King 3D Core X. I'm sorry, Core XY on the Z? Question, exclamation point. How I do it 3D. If anyone who doesn't know how to pull up people's channels, Shane's and Bruce's channel. Man, I need to sit there and like stop.
What Tony is asking is if I did I don't know, Tony. I've never really studied how Core XY works, but not really. I mean, that's not really what I did, and I don't know if I can get this, being that my cameras are funky today. I don't know if I can get this enough into view. I don't think that I can show you guys enough. I almost need like a whiteboard, but I literally went from this carriage. The cable goes up, around, down, under, and back up to the bottom of this carriage. So the top of the back side, well, the top of the front side is connected to the back of the bottom of the back side, and vice versa, even though it's one big cable. So that if this side begins to sag, it's technically going to make that side sag, which isn't possible. So if this side goes to sag, that side raises up. But if that side raises up, it also raises up this side. Does that make sense? Like it cancels itself out.
Well, Glenn, Uncle Ron says Glenn has basically built a car lift. And looking at that thing, I'm going to agree with that one.
That's actually, no, what Ron said is exactly right. My 2-post lift works that exact same way, the equalizer cables. It's got a cable, that's exactly what it is, and I didn't even think about that.
Wait, Rob Mac, not fair, Shane. I just scroll back forever to find a comment to sub, and you post something right afterwards. I'm sorry. Hold on. Bobby, wait, hold on. Let me just do this the right way. You guys
Tristan, I'm trying to avoid the 4 ball screws because I don't want to put 2 more motors onto it because of the whole thing. When you turn the printer on, the motors adjust to the nearest full step. Sometimes they go forward, sometimes backwards. That's a lot of wonkiness. I think today, though, that I came up with a plan to hook 2 ball screws to 1 motor on each side, which may remedy this situation. But honestly, I'm also trying to avoid spending any more money because this project has drained me.
Now, Glenn, for what you're doing right now, have you been documenting it off of YouTube? Like, have you been recording it?
I did to a point, and I can't tell you what that point is because I can't remember. But it got to the point where I had about 45 days out from Orlando Maker Faire. And it was taking so long to film it and build it that I had to just go.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've made some videos along the way of, like the drilling and the cutting of the aluminum, the frame assembly, bolting different parts on to try to make a video assembly guide. But from here on, anything that I do to this thing is just going to be live streamed, when I can, and I'll make up for it later because I got to have this thing done. Well, we're now like 20 days out. So
now for the drilling and everything else, are you doing that in-house? Are you going to like a local maker space to do that?
Oh no, I do it all here. I have my own maker space.
Nice.
I have a huge garage.
Now
the tools. I'm an automotive buff guy. Like I do a lot of auto work. So I have drill presses and chop saws, and I don't have like machine shop stuff. I don't have like milling capability or lathe capability yet, but or lasering. I got to get a laser.
Why is Walter quiet?
I'm listening.
I'm sorry. I get nervous when you're quiet.
I do that sometimes. I do listen sometimes.
No, you don't. No, you don't, sir. You're very active.
No, yeah, but normally it's just me in the chat. But when I have you guys on here, I want to listen to y'all too.
No, Robbie Mac, 4,000, not 4,500. No, but as far as me saying that I picked the wrong cable for this, I went with the 100-pound steel leader material, but like it doesn't wrap around the pulleys very nice. Like you can see when it comes around the pulley, it kind of flares out. And I know that I could put more tension on this, but it's stable. And like maybe I'm overthinking it because I can't wiggle it up and down anymore. There's no movement to it. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's good. I guess I know when I bolt it to the other side and make it go up and down, huh?
Well,
I can buy all the parts. You can build one for me, record it, then ship it up or deliver it in person. Oh, thanks, Uncle Ron. That's nice of you.
Hey, Glenn, you've got a table at Orlando Maker Fair, correct?
I do. Hopefully 2 of them, but yeah.
Have you been to Orlando Maker Fair before? How big is Orlando Maker Fair?
It's okay. If you think about Gainesville Maker Fair,
yeah,
about 20 times that size or more.
Okay.
It the building. Let's see. The main building is probably 4 times the size of what we had at Murph.
Really?
And then there's a second smaller building, which is probably still twice the size of Murph. Maybe not quite that big. Maybe the same square footage as Murph. And then a third building that's double Murph.
Now, Glenn, have you ever been to the Miami Maker Fair?
No, we went to go this year, and some stuff came up with the family. My wife's family is from down there, and some stuff came up, and then we just decided it was not worth spending $80 for the 4 of us to get in there.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised this year with New York Maker Fair with the price for general admission, because it was insane for the ticket prices and everything else. Because I remember I walked past there, I saw the prices, I was like, wow. And then just to see that amount of money being collected and everything else. The reason why I ask about Miami Maker Fair, because like Miami Maker Fair was like a small, it was on campus. It was a small, let's say, street, and it was closed off to public and everything else. And they had a good amount of stuff, but it just seemed like it was very limited due to the space that they had.
Yeah, well, once you've been to a New York Maker Fair, and I mean, I've not been to Bay Area yet, but like once you've gone to New York, it's like nothing compares to that.
No, I would rather do the small ones, because like New York and San Fran, they're the world Maker Fairs.
Right.
And they're absolutely insane, and they're incredible. My own personal opinion, as far as New York Maker Fair 2018 and New York Maker Fair 2017, there was more coverage as far as the YouTubers for 2017 than there was for 2018, because there was like for 2017 you had the big names there. You had Joel Telling, you had Make and Views, you had all those guys there and everything else.
Fun King.
You had Fun King. I apologize. I didn't want to sit there and just point out the obvious, but you did have Fun King there. And everyone was filming, and the social media was very prominent for 3D printing. But then when you had this year, and I can't blame the YouTubers. They were like, I just want to sit there. I want to go hang out. I want to enjoy myself, and that's it. So I think this year it was just Joel Telling who was doing all the social media coverage.
Yeah,
this year around.
Well, that's kind of his niche. I mean, he's already got all the contacts. Everybody knows who he is. It's easy for him to get an interview, So, but like when Xander and I went to New York Maker Fair last year, the main reason we went was not for the Maker Faire, but for the people that were going to be there. And that is now carried through. Like, I don't go to Murph because I want to see 3D printing stuff. I can see that at home. I go to Murph because of the people that are there.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see the family, you know?
Yeah.
So, but
I loved it. What's the bar at Murph? Was Salty Dog?
I don't know. I don't go to those.
You have to go to those.
I don't, because if there's any event that I can't bring Xander to, I don't go.
But
not,
I think,
not to shun the events. It's fine. You know, I would never ever expect somebody to plan an event around the fact that I have my kid in here, but he is half a fun king.
Oh, he is.
So
He is.
I'm not going to go to an event that I can't take him to. I mean, the after party from New York. From New York Maker Faire, the after party at the Park Hotel up on the roof was literally 2 blocks from my hotel. I could see the hotel where the bar was from my hotel. But I can't, you know, I'm not gonna go hang out in a bar when I can't, you know, bring my, well, he was 10 at the time, turning 11.
Yeah.
So, but that's my choice. So, and I'm not a drinker. I don't drink, and I can't actually tolerate the smell of alcohol, so I have a hard time being in a bar anyway.
No, is that why you won't hang out with me? Because when I'm sweating, I smell like an alcoholic.
Yeah, you reek like what is it, Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Oh damn!
Glenn,
the reason I was asking and I was getting confirmation back from the person that gave them to me is I have 7 3D pins that I would like to give away, and I thought about doing a drawing at the Maker Faire.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I didn't know how that would work at Orlando Maker Faire, if there was some way to announce it or anything like that.
No, not really. We just have to have a sign on the table. I
gotcha. No, I don't mean announce the giveaway. I mean announce the winner.
Well, wait, I have a question for Glenn. At Earth, you were there, correct?
I was there.
Did you get tied? Did you get hooked into, like, you know, manning Walter's live stream?
No,
you didn't, because like he would sit there. He was like, hey, you know what? I need to go to the bathroom. Hey, you know what? It's Shane. Sit down and do my stream. I'm
no,
like,
I was
okay,
walking
fine.
by at one point, and he was like, "Hey, sit down and be on the live stream." So I sat there, and I'm like, "Hey, everybody, all right? Well, I got stuff to do."
It's a little bit. I love it where Glenn. I'm sorry. I love it where Walter's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this live." Oh wait, I didn't think about, you know, I need to go to the bathroom and do this, that, and everything else.
We just take the camera to the bathroom. But
exactly.
I mean, like in a situation like that, you could just turn the camera around to the crowd and let people see the crowd. Just mute the mic so that nobody says anything. You know, like for that kind of stuff, you could get away with it. But I don't know. Like I don't like having a table at the event. I don't like being stuck to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, unfortunately, for a little while now, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I'm gonna have a table at least through 2019 at every event that we go to. And then once this thing is old news, then I can go back to just meandering. But I mean, we had the table at IRF, but IRF was so awesome that I just went out and walked around and stuff. It just, you know, and my wife did really good about watching stuff, but I wasn't worried about stuff at IRF. And yet I heard horror stories about Murph, people getting stuff taken from their table and stuff.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
well, Maker Fairs, I could definitely see it happening.
For IRF, like a Rep Rap Festival, it's very rare, you know, for something to get taken. For a Maker Faire, it's very common, you know, where people are just like, you have to watch them. And I hate trying to watch people, like, to make sure they don't walk off for something. Because, like, we'll have, like, oftentimes I'll have kids come up and they're like, hey, you know what? Can I grab this? I'm like, no, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Well, that was how Gainesville Maker Faire, like, that was the #1 question. Like, can I have this, or is this for sale? And it's like, no, this is just the stuff I'm showing. You know, I'm not selling anything. You know, and I had a whole bag. In fact, I still have a whole big old bag of little makey robots that we brought with to give out. And then I was printing the JP whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I brought the Brinkston with me. So like
Dude, that thing's awesome. I'm sorry, I love it.
Oh yeah, I was just like, kids would come by and I'd randomly go, here, have a whistle. You know, it's like, the other funny thing is I'd have a couple whistles laying on the table, and like an adult would come and pick it up and blow it and put it back on the table. And
I'm
I'd
like,
look at 'em and go, that's yours now.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you pick something up off of a table and put it in your mouth?
Right.
That's worse than putting the mask on your face.
No, I absolutely, because it was like right before New York Maker Fair, and I just like put a post on Twitter, I was like, if you ever had someone who went to your table and just destroyed it and wasn't acting right, and the parents don't care, give them that whistle.
Oh yeah,
because then they're gonna sit there and just go to town on that. It's gonna drive the parents crazy. And it's like, well, maybe if you actually were a proper parent and looked after your kid, they wouldn't have something right now that's going to drive you crazy.
Well, and the great part about Gainesville Maker Faire was it was small enough that like the people didn't hang out for a long time. So it's like you give the kid the whistle, like it wasn't even on the way out. It didn't matter because they weren't in there to annoy you for very long.
Mm-hmm.
I actually gave whistles away at Murph, even to people I did like. if Matt from How I Do It still here, I'm pretty sure he still hates me for that.
Dude, I had a whole handful of them that I had collected from somebody. There was somebody that had like a candy type jar that was giving away whistles. Yeah. And at the end they were like, take them. I was going to put a handful in each of the kids' bags.
Yeah, Matt said, yeah, thanks, Walter.
Oh yeah.
I actually did not do any whistles at IRF though. I did not. So
I didn't print anything at IRF. I didn't even plug my printer into power at IRF.
Really?
Yeah, the only printer I brought with me was the AM8 because we didn't have a lot of room in the car.
Right.
And I didn't even power it on.
Right.
So in fact, when I unpacked it, I put a roll of AIO Robotics filament on it for display. And Sean from IC3D came up and shook his head. And I said, hey, only you can correct that, brother. And that's how I ended up with that roll of purple. Right. He went and got that roll of purple PETG and hung it on there. I wasn't giving it back at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But Robbie Mack, will address your question. I actually gave that to other promoters, other exhibitors at the show because they were like, oh my God, that's awesome. Do you have any extra whistles? I'm like, yeah, how many you want? I'll give them out to other distributors. So it was like, if children just destroy their setups, they're like, oh yeah, here's a whistle and everything else. So yeah, I did hand out a lot of whistles.
Brian Vine said, quote, I'm going to do this live. Quote, oh yeah, what about bathroom breaks? Depends.
Yeah, that's why you have multiple people on here.
That's right. Well, and believe it or not, I was actually hoping that more people would want to sit in, you know, but it's so hard. Like Glenn said, when you have a table, it is so hard to do that.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, especially for people like Glenn, myself, Shom, and those guys that are going, it is much better to team up and have a table.
Mm.
Yeah, you got to have people that you're with near you, so that if you do have to run, you know, or you want to go look at stuff or whatever, you can tag team and stuff.
Yeah,
right. Because you know, I can leave my wife there, but she doesn't answer any questions. She doesn't want to answer any questions.
Well, that's not her thing.
Well, she has to listen to you all day long. So why should you want to answer extra questions?
Well, she actually did. She even said she did better at IRF than she did at Murph. Because she's been listening to me so long that she kind of understands the lingo now.
Yeah.
See, but I have a question for Mr. Vines. I mean, he's been around for as long as Walter has been streaming and has been interacting and everything else. And I know he produces his own content. Why hasn't he been more involved? You know, why hasn't he jumped in on the Sunday night hangout? You know, the fun of the country basement. You know, I think Mr. Vines needs to step up.
The problem is on Fun in the Country Basement is normally when he starts fixing supper and stuff and that type of thing. So a lot of times, because we're not, you know, we're 2 hours overdue now right now. It's, you know, it's not normally when he's available to do anything.
Actually, when we started this Fun in the Country Basement thing, we made a decision up front to never let Brian Vines on here.
That was all Glenn, by the way. Notice that bus that just rolled over Glenn?
You know, it's really funny because, I mean, like when all of this started, it truly, this whole thing started not to be a show, but to give, you know, Walter and Chris and I a chance to hang out and just talk and then work on stuff that you can't really have a live stream to do otherwise, you know, just stupid little petty projects and stuff. And plus it's really, I mean, to have Chris Riley right there at your fingertips to ask questions about, like, hey, Chris, what is the G code for blah, blah, blah? And he just spouts it off. You know, it's awesome, you know, and the three of us have great chemistry together, and it just worked. And then unfortunately, because stupid full-time jobs get in the way, you know, these dumb day jobs. But yeah, he's just been really busy. And we had always said, even with the three of us, that we'd throw in an occasional guest. And now it's much better with 3 than 2, regardless. Yeah. But so now it's just been a lot more.
Well, yeah, hosting. Especially with 2, where it's just like, you know, you have to interact with one another, plus keep up with chats and everything else.
Right. Well, you know, if you're working on a project and stuff, you know, like it just, yeah, because we end up ignoring the chat most of the time. So, and we're hoping that people know that by now and understand. And so.
Well, I will say this: I enjoy the crap out of it. I really do. I enjoy hanging out. I enjoy being here. It's fantastic. It really is. I mean, because like you said, normally when you're sitting in here and you're working on stuff and you're filming things, you're doing something of that nature, you're by yourself, you know, and that's great sometimes, but a lot of times it's just cool to have somebody to chat with while you're doing something.
Yeah.
Know?
Well, but like I've told you, it's ruined me, because now when I watch your videos or Chris's videos, and you guys say something in your video or even in your live streams and you say something, I will verbally respond to you.
Oh yeah. Right.
And then it's like, oh crap, I have to type what I want to say.
Yeah.
Glenn, I do the same thing when I watch the replays and I'm like, oh wait, I want to type in this.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I missed it. I can't do it.
Well, I do want to say that Michael Castle says this is just Walter's interview of Shane 2.0. No, actually, that's next Wednesday, guys. I'm interviewing Shane from Prusa, 6 to 7 or 7:15 or whatever. And
I heard that guy's fun to talk to.
What's that?
I heard that guy's fun to talk to.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I heard he sucks.
It will be an actual interview, not like now where we're just hanging out doing whatever. It will be an actual interview. So, Larry Cluster said he's looking at his workshop and it's a disaster. He wants to see the rest of our room. No, you don't. You really don't, because it's probably worse than yours.
I'm willing. I'm willing.
But yeah. Walter, I had a few questions last night, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to answer those just in case if Walter brings up those same questions, you know. And I'm like, I'm going to be on Walter's show. I'm like, yeah, I already talked about that, so I have no idea what the hell to talk about. So I've seen your interviews before, and I know how it is. You know, it's just like, is you sitting down with whoever you're interviewing, and it's just a hangout session, and it's very comfortable and everything else. So I'm like, I don't want to sit there. What the hell are you doing?
I'm sticking my fingers in his mouth.
No, I wanted to give everybody just kind of a view of my disaster. That's all my old computer stuff. My box from my Prusa 2.5 upgrade.
Oh my god! I'm showing that to Jen, because she looks at my stuff and she's like, "Oh my god, you're such a mess!" And
you should see my garage, Shane. But this area is cleared because we have plans for this area soon, hopefully. But right now, that's where the FK1 gets parked intermittently, And then let's see, over there is just some stuff stacked up in my regular paper printers and my server rack with all my computers. And then
Glenn,
that's my horribly messy work area over there. I think you can see that. And then we come back around too.
hold on one second. All I'm going to do is show my desk. I'm not even going to show the rest because the rest of it is just as bad as my desk. So here we go. There's my desk. I got a candle right there. That's still there from when I built the Hypercube. There you go.
Why is there a candle there?
Say again?
Why is there a candle?
Because when I was doing the brass inserts, it was easier to heat them up on that and then stick them in.
Did it smell like vanilla?
Yes, it's what is this? This is spiced graham cracker. I stole it from my wife. But yeah, there's parts. There's a Prusa manual. I've got some stickers up there. I've got just junk. It's just junk, man.
Uncle Ron says it's because you fart a lot.
Well, maybe. But I don't keep it burning ever. I mean, like I said, it was just easier to do that than trying to get a soldering iron out and do all that. Put them on the end of a long screw, heat them over the flame, and stick them in. You're done.
Yeah, no, the whole YouTube studio area, you know, having the nice backdrop and stuff, it's all movie magic.
Yeah.
I don't know of a maker. Well, let me put it this way. If you're a maker and your area is pristine all the time, you're doing something wrong.
Right.
I don't have time to clean up. I got to make stuff.
Well, no, now I have something to show Jen because she comes down and she's like, how can you find anything? This would drive me crazy. I'm like, I know where everything is.
Absolutely.
Don't touch anything.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, guys, that's 2 hours in a minute or 4 hours in a minute. So I'm gonna cut this off.
Okay.
So I do want to Glenn, go ahead. You can well, let's let Shane go first since he's here. Tell him how to find you, Shane.
For me, you guys can sit there and search for Twitter at From Prusa or on YouTube Shane from Prusa. And I would actually like to thank both Walter and Glenn for letting me in on the fun and everything else. And you guys have been awesome. The chat has been awesome. You guys rock.
Well, thank you. All right, Glenn, it's on you, buddy.
Yeah, I didn't get to do an intro today, so
Aww.
so nobody in here knows who I am. I've been doing this for 4 hours now, and I never got to intro. No, of course, I'm Glenn from Fun King 3D, and normally Xander's here with me. He ran off again. He's actually in his pajamas at this point, but we're a father and son team that does 3D printing and electronic projects, and my big claim to fame right now, of course, is the FK1. Xander does Xander's Thing Thursday every Thursday at noon. And again, just so you guys know, he actually films those ahead of time on Saturday. We get weird questions about, like, sometimes his hair is short and sometimes it's long. Some of those have been filmed weeks in advance. It's just the way it works on YouTube. But occasionally we have a mailbag Monday on Mondays at noon as well. We can be found everywhere at Fun King 3D, funking3d.com, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Gab AI. I don't even know. Not on Google Plus anymore, though. And just so you guys know, I do have a personal Facebook, which is under the Glenn H. Shelton. If you friend request me there, there's a really good chance that I'll just never reply, and it's not because I don't like you. It's just that I keep that solely. Sorry, Jay. I keep that solely for family, and I don't know. I don't really use it, so it's not that I don't like you. It's just I don't like Facebook. So, hey, there's Xander. Xander's very concerned about you, Shane.
I'm sorry. I just cracked up laughing over that. You can send me a message. It's not that I don't like you, but I'm not going to reply to you because
well, that's actually that. There's a lot of truth to that, but no, you know, we have a Fun King 3D YouTube or Facebook, which is facebook.com/Fun King 3D.
Yeah.
and please go and like it and follow it. And you can message me through there. I'm a little slow at getting back on there. If you want me, Twitter is where you get me. But my own personal Facebook, I have probably 500 friend requests that have gone ignored.
Yeah. No, I had to sit there and set up a separate work account on Facebook just so I wouldn't get the personal requests to my own, like, my own personal Facebook.
Right.
So I can definitely relate to that. So it makes sense, Not everyone's going to sit there and like being, messaged for work-related stuff on their own personal accounts.
Yeah, well, and the thing is like I don't know. I don't post a lot on there, so it's not that I'm afraid of my personal information getting out there. Plus, I'm fairly transparent. I don't hide anything even on here. But it's that once you friend somebody, you got to look at their crap. And I don't got time for that. I like to keep my feed, just about my family and like maybe Lego.
All right, well, I'm fixing to take this over and tell everybody bye. So, all right, guys,
go ahead.
Thank y'all for being here. Fun in the Kuntry Basement. And there is a website that you can go to. You never have to search whose channel it's on. It's funcountrybasement.com. And the link will be there that will direct you to the correct channel every time. Well, mostly every time if we get it to Glenn on time and he updates the link.
Well, it'll always be updated before the stream on Sunday.
Okay.
And
cool.
and the streams are always 4 o'clock on Sunday, so you'll always have a link to it. So
right. I do want to thank Christopher Maschek, and there was somebody else. Hold on just a second, and I will tell you. What was his name? I don't see it. Gosh dang it. Hold on. I gotta say it.
That Larry Cluster said to catch you later, Walter, but Shane and I doesn't care.
Right. Hold on. I've got another subscriber that I gotta say hello to because I don't guess I give people enough individual attention. So Craig Blanchett, thank you for subscribing as well, sir. All right. So you know where to find us. Everybody's links are in the description below. I will add Shane's later because I didn't have it, so I'll add it.
You've always had it.
To everybody else, I'll be here tomorrow, 6 to 8, just like normal. I will tell you that the snafu that happened on Saturday, I apologize for, but it was unhelpable. So maybe it won't happen again. It probably will at some time in the future. But to everybody else, y'all have a great night and keep on printing, as Glenn and them say.
Print on.
Oh,
Good
my
night,
bad.
Larry Cluster.
Print on. And thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. But either way, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. We'll see y'all tomorrow.